Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. And what's good, everyone? Welcome in. Glad to have you guys in the stream once again tonight. Welcome back in. Happy Tuesday night, everybody. The Boston Celtics riding an 8-game winning streak, the top team in the NBA, record of 45-12, back in their home floor after the All-Star break for their first game at home after their big break. Coming off 2 straight victories after the All-Star break and 26-3 on their home court this season at the TD Garden, hosting the Philadelphia 76ers tonight, record of 33-24, 15-11 on the road, currently number 5 place team in the Eastern Conference. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Celtics come in heavy favorites for this matchup, 11.5 point favorites. No Joel Embiid tonight for Philadelphia, and the Sixers have been really struggling lately without Embiid. They scored 4 games in a row that they've been held to under 105 total points. Just 4-11 in the last 15 games for Philly, 4-7 in the month of January. The Celtics, on the other hand, have been red hot. 8 straight victories. Most of those wins coming on the road as of late. And they've only lost once in the month of February. That was that terrible loss on February 1st that they had against the Lakers, which LeBron and AD didn't play. Final game of the month of February, Celtics looking to go 9-1 in their 10 games in the month of February. So if you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell, and welcome in, everybody. Feel free to hit us up in the chat who you guys like tonight in this one here, Celtics or Sixers. The Dumb Gang, welcome in. Daniel, welcome back in the stream. Thanks all for coming out, being a part here for this one tonight. Man, the Celtics with their balance, they were rolling on the Saturday on the road at MSG against the Knicks. And Boston, what I really liked about that game is that they didn't jack up a ton of threes. They were able to find balance offensively. They went 15 for 35 from 3. They shot the ball just under 47% from 3, which is excellent. But they were just 1 3 short of their season average, which is around 16, which they lead the league in. But that's not bad when you're shooting 43% from 3 almost, because they got to the rim. They attacked, got their twos. They saw that Mitchell Robinson wasn't playing for the Knicks on Saturday night, and they were getting downhill to the rim. They shot the ball just under 57% total. In the first half, they shot under 65% in the first half. And then from 2, they shot a blazing 67% from 2. They went 31 for 46 from 2, 15 for 35 from 3. And that win over New York, and some good balance right there, because usually it's flip-flop. Usually the Celtics attempt more threes than twos, but they attempted 46 twos and 35 threes on Saturday, and able to pick up the win, 116-102. Just good balance there, and tonight gonna see if they can keep that game plan going on. No Joel Embiid for this matchup. Joel Embiid's gonna be out for a significant amount of time. And without the big man on the floor, another great opportunity tonight to attack, go up against this Philadelphia team. And the Sixers here are just searching for offense. 4 straight games held below 105 points, coming off a loss on Sunday against the Bucks at home, 119-98, which the Bucks have been, that's their weak spot. It's been defense this year. They can only muster 98 points against Milwaukee, and it's been a one-man show lately. Tyrese Maxey poured in 26 points per game, but after that, it's been a real struggle for Philadelphia in terms of offense. So the Celtics balanced starting 5. It's going to look like probably like 5-on-1 at some times during this game in terms of like the box score numbers and the scoring totals. What's good, everybody? Greg, Hockey from Home, Charlisa, Jake, welcome to the stream. Thanks all for joining in tonight for this one. If you guys are new, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. But tons of basketball action going down tonight. A bunch of games in the NBA. The Celtics are 7.5 games ahead of Cleveland, which is now the number 2 team in the East in front of Milwaukee. And right now, Cleveland taking on the surging Dallas Maverick squad. That score is tied up 21-21. Magic leading the Nets 27-19. And the Wizards up against the Warriors early on, 25-21. So this is one of 3 games tipping off at the just past the 7:30 p.m. hour here on the East Coast. Jazz at Hawks, as well, same as Pelicans at Knicks tonight, tipping off like any moment from now. We'll be tipping off in under 5 minutes from now for Celtics Sixers here. Mario, what's good? Welcome back in, man. A bunch of college basketball games on tonight since the Tuesday slate is loaded. Mississippi State really needs a win, and they're on the bubble, projected as a 9 seed, I believe, in most brackets. Mississippi State, led by their defense. Kentucky, top offense in all college hoops this year, exploding to average around 90 points per game. And right now it's going to the defense, 25-20. Mississippi State leading on their home floor, under 8 left to go in the first half. Houston's the top defense in all college hoops. They lead Cincinnati 19-11 right now. Cincinnati, another team on the bubble, and they're on the outside looking in. If they win that game, it will put them back into the bracket, most likely, beating the number 1 team in the nation. But it's been a struggle offensively for Cincy, down by 8 with under 7 left to go in the first half. Villanova, right outside the bubble, I believe, according to Joe Lunardi on ESPN, they're the second team out of the bracket behind Texas A&M, just outside of play, and Villanova crushing Georgetown. That's a game they certainly needed to win. They're doing it right now, 45-19. And, yeah, a couple frauds out there in terms of teams that's going to be bounced early from the bracket. Clemson's one of them. Pitt leading Clemson 25-18. That's a home game for Clemson, who's a projected 5 or 6 seeds in most bracket, but they're only 9-7 in the ACC. The other team that's a fraud's Wisconsin. Wisconsin doing a terrible job right now against Indiana, 32-19 Indiana at home with around 4.5 left to go in the first. Hey, what's good? Ron in the stream, welcome in. Yeah, this is the only stream that I'll be covering tonight, so just this one game I'll be covering tonight. And Dayton looking good against Davidson, 31-16. Those are games of significance going on right now for college hoops. Are just awaiting tip-off for this one, and any minute from now, Celtics come in 11.5-point favorites at the TD Garden. Both of these teams in completely opposite directions. Philadelphia, 26-8 record with Joel Embiid playing this season. Joel Embiid not available, still injured. He is out tonight. 7-16 is their record without Joel Embiid this season for Philadelphia, as they have really struggled lately without Embiid. A record of 4-7 in the month of February. All 4 of those wins coming by 7 points or fewer, and they're just 4-11 in their last 15 games. Meanwhile, the Celtics are rolling, catching fire once again. Winners at 8 straight in a row. The longest active win streak right now in the NBA. Top team in the league at 45-12. Celtics are 13-2 in their last 15. Only 2 losses came against the 2 LA teams, the Clippers and the Lakers. And after that horrendous loss to begin the month of February, on February 1st against LA, without LeBron and AD playing, it's been 8 straight games after that. Celtics looking to close out the month of February with a record of 9-1. Here we go, about to tip off this one in just a moment. TD Garden, Boston basketball back in Beantown tonight after the All-Star break. First time since the All-Star break. The Celtics crowd gets a basketball game back at the TD Garden. Vegas, what's good? Welcome back to the stream, man. Here we go. Celtics against Philly. First 3 games were all decided by 10 points or less. Got a feeling that the Celtics are going to crush this one tonight. Starters look like this. Tyrese Maxey, Buddy Hield, Kelly Oubre Jr., Tobias Harris, Paul Reed for Philadelphia. Philly's got 3 players listed out. Joel Embiid, the big name, listed out. Robert Covington, KJ Martin listed out as well. Same starting 5 for the Celtics. They're fully healthy. Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kristaps Porzingis, the starting 5. Celtics going that City Edition white uniform tonight for this matchup. Philadelphia going to go in the red jerseys, white numbers, white letters with the blue down the sides of the uniform. Porzingis going up for the tip here against Paul Reed, and here we go. About to get ready for action, and Boston controls the opening tip. Celtics just so balanced last game. From 2-point range, they kept on attacking. They made 67% of their twos on Saturday, looking to see if they can keep it going today. Just like that, Tatum, baseline drive, right to the rim, scores, up and in off the glass. 15 seconds through for a quick 2. First possession now for Philadelphia. The big question tonight, how will Philly be able to match the Celtics offensively? Because this is basically going to look 5-1 for a good chunk of this game. Quarter 3 is good, though, but the Sixers burying the 3. So big response right there from the outside for Philadelphia to knock down a triple. Holiday takes it a distance right to the rim, scores the 2. That is Buddy Hield before that who made it 3 to begin for Philly. 50 seconds into action, Philly's second possession. Top of the key, Harris moves it off to Hield, number 17 for Philly now. Traded at the trade deadline from Indiana. Maxey, bounce pass to the top. Hield launches a 3. Straight away connects on another one. Back-to-back 3s by Buddy Hield, so they got the answer in the first minute right now. Who's going to step up offensively? Hield tonight finding his stroke. Brown at the elbow, dribbles back out to the TD Garden logo at the wing, sends it off to Porzingis. Porzingis, jumper, 16-footer, bounced off the rim, no good. We get the first miss tonight as Paul Reed collects the rebounds. Ron, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hope all is going well. Yeah, stay safe out there if you guys are in the pathway to storm tomorrow. Heavy, downpour and rain, heavy winds. It's going to be quite gusty, I heard, tomorrow. I got a lacrosse game actually in person tomorrow, and I'm outdoors tomorrow announcing it, so they haven't canceled yet or anything, so it looks like it's still on. Tobias Harris just got the bucket, +1. One free throw coming up here at the line for Harris. They were missing Embiid in the 3rd game, and they only lost by 6 for Philadelphia back in December. So they were hanging in against the Celtics, even though they were without Embiid in the last matchup when they faced each other. Celtics took the previous 2. Philadelphia took the first one. Jaylen Brown missed the corner 3, tipped up in the air, rebound controlled by Hield down the near side of the floor. Philly won 106-103 in November the 8th. The Celtics won 115 115-107 on November 15th, and then the Celtics won again 125-119 on December the 1st. That was without Embiid, though. There's only a 6-point difference in that game. Missed jumper inside the key by Porzingis. Philly hanging in strong right now in this matchup here. I'm a PC Friars fan, so looking for PC to make some noise in the bracket. Right now, knock on wood, things looking good for them. Recent losses by other teams have allowed them to break into the bracket recently, and they didn't even have to play in like a week span. Maxey, that's a strong drive right to the cup, scores with a right-hand layup. 11-4 right now for Philadelphia, really showing something. Couple 3s made by Buddy Hield. Harris with an and 1. Maxey scores the layup. Tatum takes it, and he sticks it. Trifecta from the perimeter by Tatum puts it to a 4-point game. Maxey Towards his right, hands it off to Harris. Harris guarded by White into the hands now of Kelly Oubre Jr. Fall away, contested, blocked by White. Celtics come up with the basketball in the key. Derek White looks to push it outside. Tatum transition, open three, steps into it. Bricked off the back rim. Strong rebound comes up with it is Holiday. Baseline dribble. Brown right to the rim. Scores up and in for two off the glass. Lunging right past Paul Reed. Able to find the angle right there for the layup. 2-point game. Celtics in the 5-zip run. Scoring duo. The Jays combining for the previous 5. Oubre. Bounce pass top of the free throw circle. Spin move down at the low block. Harris had it stripped, turned it over. Holiday able to strip it. White keep up with a steal. White pass ahead off the Brown. Missed the layup. Tip in by White. They're going to count it or no? I don't believe so. So Jaylen Brown was fouled on the initial layup attempt. So this is going to be free throws coming up by Jaylen Brown. 2 shots. Just started off this one tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Let us know out in the chat who you guys like tonight in this game to take it, Celtics or Sixers. First free throw is good by Jaylen Brown. It's a good sign to see Jaylen make his free throws. Been struggling recently, especially in like late games when it's come down to the free throws. He's been having a hard time making free throws sometimes. Second shot is good. 11 all right now. Celtics on the 7-zip run. Maxey moves it out to the wing, into the hands to Oubre. Pass on top over to Hield. Outside Hield once again. Dribbles up top of the key. Crossover guarded by Brown. Shot clock down to 6. Bounce pass at the wing. No good. Took the 3. Bricked it off the back rim. No good by Oubre. Celtics collect the rebound. Under 8 minutes left to go in the first. 4 minutes, 15 seconds of action through the game. Tatum bounce pass behind his back. Sets up an open 3. Porzingis. It hits bottom. Rips it right through the middle for the triple. Celtics on a 10-zip run right now. The timeout taken on the floor by Philadelphia. X-ray vision right there by Jason Tatum. As Porzingis was able to set the pick. Move towards his left. Able to free him up. Wide open with space. Took the 3. Sank the 3. First timeout on the floor. Things starting to click right now for Boston after a slow start. They trailed 11-4, and now they're up 14-11. Yep, we're almost there. 21 days to March Madness. Crazy how time just flew right by. Another great start with balance here for the Celtics right now. Four or 5 starters have scored so far. 5 by Tatum, 4 by Brown, 3 by Porzingis just a moment ago, 2 by Holiday. White with a block, yet to score. Same as the last game, but he's going to come alive at some part tonight. I get a feeling. Philadelphia hanging in early. Those 2 quick 3s by Buddy Hield in the first minute. 6 points. The first minute by Hield. 3 by Harris. 2 by Maxey so far. Carlos, George, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by from TNT for George and the channel. We'll have to see. I guess only time will tell if Tatum leaves the Celtics one day. If so, it's probably going to be like close to like 2035 or so. We're going to be way down the line. Like mid-2030s, late 2030s, like the end of Paul Pierce's career. Like you're looking at probably if he continues in the NBA, like late 30s or so. Got a lot of basketball going on tonight. Quick update in the scoreboard. We'll take a look at the NBA stuff first here for my first update tonight. Magic leading the Nets 41-31. The Cavs are 7.5 games behind Boston for second in the East. Right now, Cleveland leading Dallas 41-31. And then Golden State's early second quarter up by just 1 at Washington 36-35. Tipping off recently, the Pelicans lead early at the Knicks 6-5. Hawks leading to the first time out 9-0 against Utah right now. And then a bunch of games going on in college basketball. So here's the big time update right here. Number 1, Houston looking solid here. 22-13 for Houston above Cincinnati. Cincinnati, if they win this game, probably puts them into the bracket. If you lose this game, it's going to be tougher to get in because it prevents you from getting a quad 1 victory against the top team in the nation on the road. The best win that you could ever get if you're a bubble team like Cincinnati. And it looks like Cincinnati's just not ready to be an NCAA tournament team. They're getting smashed right now by Houston 23-13. Those 10 points that they're trailing by feels like more like 30 because of how good Houston's defense is. Mississippi State right now on the 9 line, and I like Mississippi State tonight in this matchup. If anybody asked me before the pregame who would I pick, Mississippi State or Kentucky, I would tell you Mississippi State. Mississippi State goes all defense. Kentucky goes all offense. And this type of matchup here, Kentucky has struggled against better defensive teams this season. Celtics come up with a block back from the timeout. Tatum leads the pass ahead over to Holiday behind the defense who scores for 2. But yeah, I would go for Mississippi State tonight. Right now, Mississippi State leads in the final minute before halftime, 40-32. 40 points by Mississippi State against Kentucky. That's just sad right there defensively for Kentucky because that team is boom or bust. It all depends on who they get in the bracket. Brown up the floor, off the steal by the Celtics, back-to-back. Miscues by Philadelphia. White attacks, kick out to the wing. Porzingis pops up, takes the 3, no good. Around the ring of the rim and out. Rebound control by Philly. I feel like, though, if Kentucky gets McNeese State, they're going to have a lot of issues in the bracket with that team because McNeese State is good on both sides of the floor. And right now, that's a potential 12 versus 5 matchup if Kentucky gets that 5 seed because their numbers pumped up because of that win over Alabama. Alabama's another team that's all offense, no defense. So it all depends on who you draw in the bracket. Tatum, step back 3, missed off the mark, tipped up, offensive rebound off to Holiday. Holiday up, fake, lost the handle of the basketball, and the key got stolen away by Oubre. Under 6:15 left to go in the first. Step back 3 in the air. Maxey drills a laser. 16-14 right now. He's been a one-man show recently, putting up above 26 points per game in the month of February for Tyrese Maxey, the first-time All-Star. 6 minutes left to go in the first. Brown dribbles up, accelerates right to the cup, throws it down with a left-handed flush. JB, what can Brown do for you? Sees the opening, takes advantage, takes it home with a slam jam. Top of the key, Harris sends it off to the wing. Over to Hield. Hield guarded by Brown. Now switch guarded by Holiday. Hield. Kick out to the corner. Off to Harris. Harris dribbles up to the elbow. 5 in the shot clock. Pass over to Hield. Quarter 3. Bricked off the back room. No good. White tips it off to Brown for the defensive rebound. Brown up by 4 with the basketball. Brown guarded by Maxey at the left baseline. Brown passes right corner. White catch and fire. 3 in the air. Off the back rim. No good. Reed collects the defensive board for Philly. It's a pretty good look right there, though, by Derek White. Great cross-court pass by Jaylen Brown. Maxey transition 3 missed off the back rim. Tatum controls the rebound. 5 minutes approaching the mark left to go in the first. Tatum going downhill to the rim. Scores up and in. Off the glass. Good for 2. Celtics having their way tonight when it comes down to dribble drive penetration. No Joel Embiid out there. No defensive stopper inside the paint for Philadelphia. Having a lot of issues so far stopping the dribble drive of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Harris, jumper, mid-range, connects on it. Good for 2 over Porzingis. Hanging in right now for Philly. Hey, what's good? Jay in the street, welcome in. Greg, welcome back in here, man. White, lob Porzingis down low. Porzingis grabbed onto, gets fouled. That's through contact there. Try to float it up. It's charged to Tobias Harris in the personal foul. So 2 shots coming up here by Porzingis, down to 4:25 left to go. First quarter. Hey, what's good? Raphael, welcome aboard. Glad to have you back in from the Philippines here. Porzingis going to shoot 2 coming up here at the free throw line. Just all-around balance, but a starting 5 for Boston right now. 7 by Tatum, 6 by Jaylen Brown, 4 by Porzingis, as Porzingis makes the first free throw. Holiday's got 4 as well. White yet to score, but leads the team with 3 rebounds and 3 blocks. Just massive so far, the block department, what he's done. Just like the game against Chicago last Thursday. He had 3 blocks in the first quarter. Done it once again for Derek White. Just those 2 guys just changed so much for the Celtics between Porzingis and White. I mean, those guys are just critical. Second free throw is good by Porzingis. Yeah, so their games are on the road, so unfortunately, they'll be playing on the road this weekend for me. So I don't have games on Friday with them to call. Maxey drives, attacks the paint, floats up the rudder. That's a tough drive right there as he drops it in for two. Yeah, the team that they got on the road has a record of 25-2, so they're up in Maine this weekend. That ball gets swatted like a volleyball into the backcourt. Celtics pick it up, though. So we're under 4 left to go in the first. The team that I announced this year that got the bid, they have a record of 23-4. So they play against another team. I think the other team has a record of like 18-7 from New Jersey that they play against in the first round, and then they face the winner of that team from Maine, which is 25-2. And there's another team that team from Maine is playing. Forgot what the record was for that one, but yeah, it should be interesting. Missed shot off the side of the rim by Philly. Boston came up with a rebound, and the Celtics, both of these teams are playing for a while. The Celtics will burn a timeout right now. So Celtics take the timeout, 3:28 left to go in the first quarter of action. Boston up by 4. Feels like they're up by much more, though, because of that run. They were trailing at one point, 11-4 early on, but got on a big run, and they've been able to outscore Philly 18-7 ever since. Hey, what's good? Christian on the stream. Uncle Pizzle, glad to have you back in. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well. As we take the second time out of the night right now. Yeah, so what I was saying earlier about Kentucky, I think it just all depends on the matchup that they get in the bracket. Like, if they get terrible defensive teams, like how they beat Alabama, then they're going to whiz their way right to the Sweet 16 and make it in through the first 2 rounds. So if they draw Samford in the bracket, which that Samford team puts up a bunch of points, but they're horrendous defensively as well, Kentucky would win that game. But if they take on a team that has a legit defense in the opening round, like a McNeese State or even an Appalachian State, I think they could be in trouble if they get a 5 seed and they draw that 12. Even Princeton, too, if they get bounced back to a 6, Princeton's got a top 15 defense, and if their shots aren't dropping, they're just going to slow down the game on them like Princeton does. So, yeah, all depends on what matchup they get, because some of the teams are really good scoring, bad defensively. Some of the teams are pretty balanced, more so. Some of the teams like Mississippi State are just great defensively, not so good offensively. And right now, Mississippi State's got an 8-point lead over Kentucky at the half, 43-35. Yeah, I think it's going to be Todd Golden for Florida. That team is moving up right now. I think he could get head coach of the year out of the SEC. I would not want to be the team to face Florida if I'm like a higher seed, because Florida, I see their seeds are ranging between a 6 or an 8 right now. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a 1, 2, or 3 and get Florida in the second round. Yeah, I go for that for Phil Jackson, best for all-time NBA head coaches. Yeah, that's a good one tomorrow. I'm a PC fan. PC really needs that tomorrow. I wouldn't rule them out. I would probably lean towards Marquette. Marquette's playing really well recently, and Providence beat them the last time. But that's huge if PC is able to win that one. Even if they lose, it doesn't do much damage on their resume because they already took a game against Marquette this season. Marquette's been playing real well recently, though. Back to action. Maxey, step back three, missed off the mark, no good. Porzingis just scored back from the timeout in the first possession. Celtics have it, pushing tempo. White slices defenders, attacks downhill, lost the basketball. Out of bounds off the knee. White turns it over. Jeffrey, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, man. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully things get better for you there, brother. And feel free to join in whenever you like there. Handoff Melton. Bounce pass to the cutter going backdoor. They get the bucket. And the one coming up by Kyle Lowry, the former Heat point guard. And also, before that, played at Toronto. And now you got traded at the trade deadline from Miami over to Philly. First playing time tonight for Kyle Lowry. Just scored, and an and one coming up. He's done some damage previously against the Celtics in the past. He's just been able to have just some success in the past when it comes to playing against Boston. Him and PJ Tucker are like two guys that have had like some success in the playoffs when it comes to taking on the Celtics. Horford, first time today on the floor, drives baseline, kiss off the glass, scores up and in off the backboard. 26-21. Seems like the Celtics lead is much larger, but it isn't. Only a 5-point advantage right here. Maxey at the top, guarded by Horford. Horford, Pritchard, Hauser, Tatum, and Porzingis. That's the 5 on the floor currently for the Celtics. Maxey drives downhill to the rim, gets the layup. Got past Horford right there off the burst on the dribble. 3-point game. Maxey keeping his team in it. Pritchard has it at the wing. He's defended by Philly on the outside here. So we get a whistle away for the basketball. Picked up in a foul committed by Philly. That's Nick Batum. First time on the floor for Philadelphia tonight for him. Yeah, Derek White's been playing really well recently. He's had some big games in the block department. Inbound for Boston. Tatum at the low block double team. Moves the ball outside. Pritchard takes a three. Skidded off the rim. Out of bounds. Yeah, good question there. I would go with Florida over Gonzaga. Yeah, in terms of quality competition, that's what I'm concerned about for Gonzaga, is that they lost against a bunch of those Power 5s in the non-conference league, blocked by Horford. They got just like one really good win. It was the win at Kentucky that they beat Kentucky. Tatum lob down low. Horford underneath, has position. He scores up and then off the glass. Good for two. It's too easy right there. Jason Tatum with another key assist. James, welcome in. Good morning out to you. Glad to have you back at the stream. Oh, man, that's terrible, Jeffrey. Thoughts and prayers out to the firefighters' family in Jamestown. That's terrible there, man. Philly scores inside the low post. 3-point game down to the final minute left to go in the first. Tatum crosses midcourt. Tatum defended by Batum, top of the key. Tatum one-on-one working on Batum. Bounce pass off to Porzingis. Porzingis inside the key. Got it stripped out of bounds. Referees will say that Porzingis lost it. His last off of Porzingis is it's a turnover. Philadelphia quick off the inbound here. Maxey dribble off the burst, puts it up, and he scores up and then off the backboard. +1 coming up by Maxey. A one-man show tonight so far for Tyrese Maxey, taking over up to 11 points, searching for 12 here, coming up at the free throw line. Man, this dude is a walking bucket. I just love the style how he plays. Plays with extreme passion. Maxey with one free throw to see if he can tie it up. The free throw is good. Celtics have had some issues early on coming back from the All-Star break in games. They were in tight games against the Knicks and Chicago in the first half, and then in the third quarter, that's what's been key. They were able to turn it up a big notch in the third quarter. Pritchard crosses midcourt. Hand off to Tatum, top of the key. Pritchard and Tatum bumped into each other, but Tatum able to attack downhill. Could have blocked out of bounds by Batum. Wow, that's an excellent block right there by Philly, by Nick Batum. Tatum was going off a 180 move, trying to score backdoor there, and Batum just rejected it. Hey, what's good? Joe in the street, welcome in. Actually, referees ruled that not a clean block, so they gave Batum the shooting foul. Let's see. Oh yeah, he extended the arm on the head of Tatum. That's where they got the shooting foul charged to Batum. So he extended his arm on the head of Tatum. Porzingis heads towards the bench now. 32 seconds left to go in the first. Tatum gonna shoot one more. Free throw number 2 by Tatum right down the middle. Celtics by 2, 30-28. 8-second differential shot clock and game clock to close out the first quarter. Tatum's got 9 points in the first quarter. Good to see him get out to a hot start. He struggled early on against Chicago last Thursday. Maxey, 5 for 8 shooting. Rest of the team for Philadelphia really struggling to pick up the work. Just 6 for 18 total. Maxey, he's got 12 the top scorers so far. Crossover, guarded by Hauser. Dribbles, drives, floats up the rudder, 13-footer off the front, no good. Punch down, though, with a flush for Philly to tie it up. 30 even. The final 6 seconds left to go here before halftime. Celtics up the floor. That was Ricky Council the fourth, the rookie from Arkansas in Wichita State, who threw down the putback dunk, shoved it in with a right hand as it hit front rim off the Maxey floater. Came up with it past the Celtics defense that didn't box out, and Council shoved it through. 2 seconds left to go before half. Celtics will get the inbound. Near side of the floor, Sam Hauser. He's in the court with Tatum, Porzingis, Pritchard, and Horford. Hauser will be guarded by Kyle Lowry. Off this inbound pass near side, finds Tatum. Tatum, double team, follow-away jumper. Over the rim, no good. We close out at the end of one, and it's even. 30-30. Right now, Philadelphia without Joel Embiid playing the Celtics tough in the first quarter. The reason why, Tyrese Maxey exploding for 12 points so far in this game out of the 30. Out to an excellent start for him. We close out at the end of one. Alright, first quarter in the books. If you guys are new to the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring the notification bell as well if you guys would like to be notified here for future live streams. Probably during the weekend, I'm going to see if I can get the Behind the Arc Basketball Bracket Challenge group back for the NCAA tournament once again. So if anybody's interested in that March Madness Bracket Challenge that every year I usually have the March Madness Bracket Challenge group, I'm probably gonna see if I can get that link activated towards the weekend when I have a chance. Next stream for me, I plan on being back on Friday covering Celtics against Mavs. So that'll be on Friday, and then also Sunday afternoon between Celtics and Warriors. So Celtics versus Dallas in the next game, which is Friday. And that's also at the same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on Friday. The one against Golden State's at 3:30 p.m. on Sunday. A good chunk of the streams going forward for the next couple weeks I should be good at. My in-person announcing schedule gets lighter starting next week. This week I have 3 games, so I have a game tomorrow for lacrosse. I get a game on Thursday for lacrosse, and then Saturday for lacrosse, and then after that I get a water polo game next Wednesday. That should be pretty cool. And then after that's a little bit of a break, I think, for like 10 days or so, because all the teams that I announce are away during that time. They go on spring break, so all those games take place in Florida, and I'm only like in charge of doing the home announcing crew stuff. So I think there's like 10 days or so. So I should hopefully be able to cover more games in there. I did see a couple nights that were like 10 o'clock. So those are the only ones that I won't be covering or so at the beginning of March, are like the 10 o'clock ones, because I get up for work at like 6 o'clock in the morning or so. So trying to get myself better, like in terms of like physical health on my sleep schedule and stuff like that. So I'll see like the highlight stuff in the morning when I wake up for watch the 6 o'clock news or so in the morning for those two. I think they're at like Portland at like 10:30 at night. So yeah, that game doesn't get done until probably like 1:30 in the morning my time on the East Coast. Hey, what's good? Jameson on the street. Welcome back in. Glad to have you back in, man. Yeah, probably at the beginning of March when the Celtics are off, I'll probably see if I can get some more college basketball streams in there from time to time. And then once we get into the tournament, I'll start to ramp those up. Once again, I took the first 2 days off for the tournament, the Thursday and Friday off for work. So I'm hoping to cover probably 3 games per day each on Thursday and Friday in March when it comes down to the March Madness tournament. Those 3 games will be spaced out. All depends on who pops up in the schedule, what games sound like the most interesting to me. We come back to action. The 3 is good. That is Cameron Payne, number 22. Used to play for Phoenix, who just drilled a 3. Philly on top, 33-30. Hey, what's good? Lucas in the stream. Joe, welcome back in. Glad to have you back in the stream here, man. Peyton Pritchard on the floor with Al Horford, Luke Cornett, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday. Brown up fake. Got the pass deflected back into his hands, though. Brown lost the handle inside the key. Blocked by Batum as the shot clock was going down. 2-on-1 up the floor for Philly. Spin move out to the top. It goes off to Lowry. Moves the ball at the wing. Payne takes another 3. Bricked off the back rim. Long rebound collected by Pritchard. Pritchard out of the pack. Looking to push tempo. Horford moves the pass off to Brown. Downhill to the rim. Scores. Up and in off the backboard. +1. Coming up at the free throw line for Jaylen Brown. Transition offense. It's just so fluid tonight for the Celtics, what they have done. Peyton Pritchard off the long rebound. Attacks off to Horford, makes a quick pass to Brown in transition, and Brown takes it right to the rim. Drew the contact, scored a layup, and won. Just so strong through contact for JB. Missed the free throw, though. Came up short off the front rim by Brown. Philly up by 1 with a possession. Payne, edge of the midcourt logo, sends it off to Lowry. Back outside of Payne. Payne, top of the key. 12 on the shot clock now for Cameron Payne. Into the hands to Batum. Out to the corner. Oubre up fake. Shot clock down to 5. Tough shot. Left-handed hook. No good inside the key. Great defense there by the Celtics, forcing the stop. And Cornette came up with a rebound. Pritchard. Handoff at the wing off to Brown. Brown with under 10.5 left to go here. Brown bullies his way inside the key. Floats it up and gets caught in the offensive foul. He pushed off. So Jaylen Brown turnover in the offensive foul. It will go back to Philly. Yeah, I'll take a look at that when I have a chance there, Joe. So Indiana State looks like Wednesday night, playing against Evansville tomorrow. Celtics with 4 turnovers. You have to force one tonight. Philadelphia has 0 total turnovers in this game right now. Boston really needs to start to force a turnover. Everything's been a block tonight for the Celtics, and there you go. That's the first turnover tonight right on cue. As the ball moved out to the corner, Oubre thought it was deflected out by Horford, but no. Referee said it last touched Oubre in the corner, went out of bounds. Holiday at the top of the key, working on Oubre, crossover, dribbles, shovels the pass off the fingertips of Cornette, able to save it out to the corner. Pritchard, no good, missed the 3. And Cornette, over the back call, picks up the personal foul. Yeah, really will look good if Providence wins tomorrow night. If that's so, because the brackets they're all over the place for Providence. I'm not even looking into Jerry Palm's bracket that much. I saw somebody on Twitter said that out of like 200 brackets, Jerry Palm's bracket ranked like 133 last year when seeding the teams. He is way off on some of the teams right now. He doesn't have Providence included. He's got Utah and Colorado included in the bracket. I'm just completely flat out ignoring that because they are not tournament teams, in my opinion. I got both of those teams missing out on the tournament. I like Joe Lunardi's better. He's got, I think Providence is an 11 seed in the playing game. The lob deflected by Cornette. Philly has it down low and going to draw the contact in the foul here. This will be 2 at the free throw line coming up by Oubre. Elmer, welcome back in. Thanks for stopping by, man. Hopefully. So, yeah, I talked to him a couple of days ago, so he'll see, depending on his work schedule, if he'll be on some of the streams for the first round games. Yeah, usually in the past he's come on, like, at least, like, one of the nights, either the Thursday or the Friday at like night for like a stream. So right now Lunardi is Indiana State in a 11 versus 6 matchup against Florida. Obviously that's gonna all change because it depends on like bid stealers and stuff like that. So I'll get you the stuff here when I have the chance to show. They split the free throws to the line. So Oubre 1 for 2 at the free throw line, 34-32. The Celtics called from the perimeter. Started off 2 for 4, 0 for 6 ever since. So the threes haven't been able to go down, but I like the balance. Able to attack once again with a 2 is Pritchard. Outside finds Brown. Brown thought about the 3. Out fake. Attacks downhill to the rim. Jaylen Brown contacted and fouled. Making an effort tonight to go downhill to get to the rim for Boston. That's what I really like tonight in this game is Jaylen Brown will have a pair of free throws coming up. Okay, so Indiana State's got Evansville on Wednesday, 8 p.m. So Evansville is 15-14, 6-12 in the conference. Yeah, they're at the bottom of the conference. And yeah, they should have no problem with Evansville. Evansville's been having a lot of trouble recently for them. Gonna see what they've done. Yeah, they've lost 5 straight games in a row. So if they lose at Evansville, that's a crusher right there. Gonna either way, it looks like winning the Missouri Valley outright is the safe bet either way for Indiana State. But that if you lose against Evansville, it hurts the seed line. It puts you back to a 12. Definitely a 12 if that happens. Yes, so Lacrosse is played outside. Here's a 3 by Batum. He connects on it. 37-34 Philly right now after Jaylen Brown made both of the free throws. Pritchard on the floor with Cornette, Holiday, Horford, and Brown. Pritchard dribbles up inside the key. Pritchard moves it out over to Horford. 8 on the shot clock. Horford backs his way low post over Batum. Nice find down low off the Cornette. Cornette from behind gets fouled. So 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line by Luke Cornette. Philadelphia getting into a little bit of foul trouble lately. That is Mo Bamba, number 5, who picks up the personal foul. Nick Batum with 2 fouls. Bamba just picked up his first tonight, and now Cornette will shoot 2 at the free throw line. First one's good. They would if it's like lightning and thunder. Yeah, tomorrow we're supposed to be getting like heavy winds, so as far as I know, I'm supposed to be announcing lacrosse tomorrow, but there's supposed to be like downpouring rain and heavy winds. So the only reason why they would cancel my games tomorrow is if it's like lightning and thunder, or if the field gets flooded, which they play in a turf field too, so it's kind of hard getting flooded. It's not like grass where everything will get like muddy and stuff will sink in. It's as Oubre floats up the shot down low. Philadelphia tonight matching shot for shot right now in this game currently. Holiday gonna slow it down. Dribbles up to the wing, guarded by Oubre. Now towards his left as he dribbles up to the mid-block. Takes the jumper, fall away, sinks it for Drew. Good for 2. Philly up by 1 with a possession. Another 8 left to go before halftime. Cameron Payne, guarded by Pritchard, moves the ball into the hands of Batum at the wing off to Lowry. Lowry finds Batum, corner 3 in the air. Missed off the back rim, no good. Horford collects the defensive rebound. Holiday up the floor now for the Celtics here. Drew, bounce pass down to the low block. Double teamed as Brown. Turn around, gutted a drop. Good for 2 there by Jaylen Brown. Celtics take the lead right back. That's just a patient possession by Boston. JB off the turnaround. Oubre, quick 3, missed up the floor. Rebound controlled by Holiday. Holiday once again leading the pack at the wing. Gonna slow down tempo here for Drew. Drew dribbles up inside the key. Floats the pass. Cross court, turns it over though. Yeah, Peyton Pritchard, he thought Peyton Pritchard was somewhere else. And Drew Holiday accountable for that mistake. He knows as he just missed the mark in the pass to Pritchard. Pritchard was set up a little bit more slightly towards the top of the key instead of at the wing, which Pritchard was completely open around the perimeter. And Holiday missed the mark in the pass, sent it right to the front row of the seats on the turnover. Timeout on the floor right now, 40-39. Celtics by 1. With 7:12 left to go before halftime. It's been a good game tonight. Philadelphia hanging in without Joel Embiid. Yeah, got to give props right now for Philly because I mean, they're playing tough. They've showed even the last game when they didn't have Embiid, they lost by just 6 back in December against the Celtics, 125 to 119. And tonight they're hanging in right now. Tyrese Maxey with 12 points. Buddy Hield's got 6, 5 by Harris, 4 off the bench by Ricky Council, a rookie from Arkansas, and then 3 each by 4 different players. Kelly Oubre, Nick Batum, Kyle Lowry, Cameron Payne with all 3. And then for the Celtics, 12 points by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen's doing an excellent job tonight going downhill to the rim. He's 4 for 6 shooting, making the most out of his free throws, 4 for 5. He only missed the last one at the line. Tatum's got 9, 7 by Porzingis, 6 by Holiday. Holiday low-key perfect, 3 for 3 so far from 2. And then Horford's got 4, Cornette with 2. Okay, so let's see here. So we head to the timeout. Celtics are 54% shooting. The turnovers have been an issue, though, right now. They're plus 8 in the glass, 19 to 11. They've turned it over way too many times. 6 turnovers, or 5 turnovers so far this first half. Philadelphia with just 1. Hey, what's good? Relaxing music. Welcome to stream. Thanks for joining in once again. So let's see here about Drake. So Joe asked me about Drake earlier. Yeah, so Drake right behind Indiana State, 14-4 in the conference, 23-6 overall. They have UIC coming up tomorrow, a road game against UIC, which is at the bottom of the conference. Yeah, so both Indiana State and Drake, the top 2 teams in the Missouri Valley, are playing 2 teams at the bottom of the conference. For your team there, Joe, you got Evansville, who's 6-12 in the conference, and then UIC is 4-14. So you can't afford any of those losses at this stage of the season. That's why New Mexico went from like an 8 seed to a 10 seed overnight on the Saturday, because they had this horrendous loss to Air Force, which was like 8-18 overall. They lost a home game against Air Force, and that can really do a damage there in terms of seeding. Yeah, the women's bracket should be really interesting too, and Caitlin Clark, a big reason why women's basketball has just gained popularity this year. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Caitlin Clark taking her team back to the championship to win the championship. I think it would be excellent for ratings if the Iowa Hawkeyes for women's win the championship this year. Probably gonna be just it'll be the loser of the Missouri Valley tournament championship game. If it's Drake and Indiana State that meet up, whoever loses that game will go to the NIT. Right now, Indiana State's the auto bid since they're 1 win ahead of Drake, and Drake I think is like 6 or 7 teams out of the bracket for them. So I'm just going to check with Lunardi, see if he lists Drake. No, he doesn't. Yeah, Drake's listed anywhere from like 6 to like 12 teams. The first grouping, like the first 6 to 12 teams out of the bracket for Drake. Also, James Madison should be listed much more. Like, I think they're closer to the bracket than what the bracketologists have. I believe they're 25-3. Like, there should be 2 teams. I think that's Sunbelt. Should be 2 teams from that conference. App State's the auto bid right now, which App State beat Auburn on their home floor at App State. But James Madison won at Michigan State. Yeah, Michigan State is somehow pulling an 8 or a 9 seed still with double-digit losses. And James Madison at 25-3 isn't even listed. It's so tough to win like 25-plus games in a year. As Mo Bamba just took the 3, made it. Part of a 5-zip run here for Philadelphia. So we're just above 6 minutes left to go before halftime. White dribbles up. White down low. Got it stripped, turned it over. Maxey came up with a steal. Maxey on the floor with Payne, Bamba, Harris, and also Hield out there as well. Harris in transition scores the layup. Philadelphia by 6 here currently. Just shy of their largest lead of the game. They led early on by 7, 11-4. Celtics with possession. Brown on the floor with Cornette, Holiday, Hauser, and White. But Muzzola here going to burn a quick timeout So not happy what he's been seeing. Transition defense a couple times. Struggled to get back for the Celtics there. We're down to 5:46 left to go before halftime as we take the timeout on the floor. Yeah, quick timeout burned by Boston, and the Celtics should not be losing this game right now. They're shooting the ball extremely well. The turnovers have crushed them in this game tonight. They've now turned it over 6 times. They've shot 50% even, 14 for 28. They just can't make a three. Right now, Philly's threes are outweighing the Celtics' twos. 6 for 15 from the perimeter by Philly, 40% from three. The Celtics tonight on their home floor are just 20% from three, 2 for 10. They started off 2 for 4, and they've missed the previous 6 straight threes ever since. I like what they're doing from 2, though. They keep on attacking. They got 24 points in the paint. The problem is Philly has been able to make 6 threes, plus Philly's got 24 points in the paint as well. Yep, Larry Bird went to Indiana State. Yep. Yeah, I heard about that. So Caitlin Clark could play another season for Iowa if she wants to. If you're new in the stream, feel free to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now in this timeout. 5:46 left to go before halftime. Quick update here right now. We'll go over scoreboard games currently. So the Cleveland Cavaliers, they're number 2 in the East behind Boston. Cleveland is 7.5 games back in the East from Boston. Right now the Cavs hold on to a 1-point lead over the Mavs, 64-63. Luka has been unreal. He's got 27 points right now at the start of the third quarter for Luka. Magic lead the Nets easily, 63-44. The Warriors up over the Wizards, 70-64. Hawks leading the Jazz, 36-29. Pelicans up over the Knicks, 37-34. And recently, a couple other games tipped off. Recently, the Spurs early lead over the T-Wolves, 13-10. Pistons up early against the Bulls, 10-8. Bucks lead the Hornets, 14-11. So Drake's got just 2 games remaining on their schedule. They're at UIC tomorrow, and then they get a game against Bradley on March the 3rd. That's at 3:30 p.m. That's kind of weird. Sunday, yeah, oh, okay, that's Sunday, that's why. That's right. It's March at the end of this week. That's how time just flew by. March 1st coming up on Friday. Yeah, so Sunday, March the 3rd, they're hosting Bradley for Drake. So those are the 2 games remaining at UIC and then hosting Bradley. Bradley is number 3 in the conference at 20-9, 12-6 in the Missouri Valley. Yeah, they might make a case to make the NIT, honestly, depending on what other stuff happens on. I feel like a lot of Power 5s are going to be favored, though, in the NIT. They usually put in a good amount of Power 5s, but they do put in 20-plus win mid-majors in the NIT, so the Bradley Braves at 3rd in the Missouri Valley are making a case as well, and potentially could spoil somebody's hopes in the conference right there. That could be a spoiler type of team. I remember they took Michigan State 5 years ago down to the wire. That Michigan State team went to the Final Four that year in 2019, but the Bradley Braves made it a really good game. They played a solid 35 minutes against Michigan State in the opening round. It's a 15 versus 2 matchup, I believe. Tatum, no good on the fall-away. Philadelphia comes out with a rebound. The Celtics, off the first possession, scored quickly up the floor with Jaylen Brown to make it 46-42. Under 5 minutes left to go before halftime. Bamba takes a 3, missed off the rim. White collects the rebound. White on the floor with Porzingis, Brown, Tatum, and Hauser. White towards his right around the perimeter. Sends it off to Tatum. Tatum passes off the backdoor cut. Off the fingertips of White, though, out of bounds. It's a turnover. Way too many turnovers now, and it's number 7 in the first half, and Philly's only got 1. Oh, wow, I didn't see that yesterday. Thanks for the update there, though, Jeffrey. Yeah, I've been like checked out lately for baseball. They're just doing spring training. I haven't like followed tabs that much because I've been keeping up a lot more with like basketball, um, with like the bracket and the NBA and stuff going on. Melton bounce pass off the roll down. Bamba missed off the glass. Great contester by Porzingis. White lead pass ahead right to Brown. Soars up, scores the layup. 2-point game right now. Transition points been a big factor so far tonight for the Celtics there. And once again, off a long rebound, able to take it a distance. The Celtics, fast break points, they lead a number 8-5. Here they go once again off the steal. Jaylen Brown dribble baseline, cashes it home up and in. Off the glass, back-to-back layups made by JB. 46-46, under 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Brown's got 12 this quarter, 18 points total in the game, the top scorer tonight so far. Melton moves it out to the right wing, into the hands to Harris. Harris just above 3.5 left to go. Turns the corner. Jumper mid-range. Missed it off the mark. No good. Opens the door up for the Celtics here. Top of the key, Tatum. Tatum crossover. Thought about a step back. Moves it off to his right, Porzingis. Hand off Tatum. Tatum floats the pass downhill to the rim. Porzingis soars up. He gets fouled. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here by Porzingis. Clock will stop with 3:15 left to go before halftime. Couple big transition buckets recently. Jaylen Brown just looking fluid out in transition. Came up with the deflection, the steal, kept it in play, took it a distance. That's just nice right there. Man, JB really picking it up as of late. Porzingis, 2 free throws. First one's good. 18 by Brown. Tatum's got 9. Porzingis, when the made free throw, is up to 9. Maxey is the leading scorer right now for Philly with 12. Celtics came in 11.5-point favorites. The big key to monitor here is the third quarter. Boston has been scorching hot in the previous 2 games against Chicago and New York when it's come down to third quarters. That's where they've really done their damage. Celtics looking good tonight at the free throw line. Porzingis made them both. 12 for 15 at the charity stripe. Maxey jacks up the 3. It's a laser. Right on target range for Tyrese Maxey to take the lead. Dude's a one-man show out here. 15 points by Maxey in the first half right now, leading all scores for Philly. Under 3 minutes left to go before halftime. That's on 60% shooting. Brown dribbles up to the left wing, guarded by Maxey. Brown backs his way on Maxey. Brown bouncing bodies. Fall away, takes it. Gets caught in the offensive foul. It's a second personal foul picked up tonight for Jaylen. Both of them offensive. Yeah, just lowering the shoulder right into Maxey. Maxey takes the charge, and Jaylen has to be careful right now. Just picked up number 2 tonight in this game. I know you want to clear space. You want to lower the shoulder, but I mean, Maxey just good defense right all over him. Bouncing bodies, not backing down to the challenge, and able to take the charge. Harris. Handoff over to Maxey. Maxey dribbles to the edge of the midcourt logo. Maxey gets past the screen set by Paul Reed. Maxey takes the jumper. 15-footer, drills it. 51-48. Everything working out for Tyrese Maxey tonight with 17. I mean, that dude is just so tough. I love his style of game that he plays. He plays with just such a passion and a purpose. He just drives right on you. He's just so tough out there. Tatum right to the rim, right back, scores inside for 2 at the low block. Back and forth, 51-50 with 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Maxey brings up the floor, sends it off to the top of the key, off to Harris. Gives it off to Melton now. Melton, guarded by Tatum, moves it off into the hands to Hield. Hield fires the pass. Right wing Maxey with some space, takes the 3. Missed off the back rim, no good. Tatum collects the defensive rebound. Tatum going to slow down tempo. Tatum, Porzingis, White, Hauser, and Brown. The 5 on the floor. Tatum at the top. Tatum towards his left. Dribbles up. Tatum drives downhill. Euro step right to the rim as he will go to the free throw line. Shoot 2. Philadelphia signaling challenge on this possession here. Let's take a look at this replay. Tatum attacks. That was on the other replay that he was able to get past Melton. And then here's the replay off the Euro step. Got past Hield. Yeah, he might have got clipped at the end by Buddy Hield. And that's what will send Tatum to the free throw line. Hield was signaling challenge, but Hield will pick up the foul. So 2 shots now by Tatum. Coming up, 1:29 remaining for the tie. Missed the first one. It's only the second missed free throw tonight. Yeah, same with me, Jeffrey. I was thinking about that today, actually, that Going back to like Paw Sox games they went to in the past, just countless number of times. Went to Paw Sox games. I believe Toledo is doing pretty good. Akron, I think it's Akron right now that's leading the MAC though at the moment. No clue about Pepperdine and Rice, but they're well out of the equation for how they've been doing this season. I know Pacific has been horrendous this year. They've been like one of the worst teams in D1 for college hoops. Has been Pacific, which is quite interesting because back in I think 2003, Pacific was a 13 seed and they upset Providence in the first round. Just a random matchup right there. That Providence drew Pacific in the first round. Tatum went 1 for 2 at the line. Tatum step back 3, missed it at the top of the key as we're down to 1 minute left to go before halftime. Philly with the basketball. Harris, kick out quarter into the hands of Maxey. Dribbles up, baseline jumper, deep 2. Bricked off the back rim, tipped off the glass, up to the rebound. It goes to Holiday, who comes up with it. Over to White. White down to 45 seconds left. Attacks inside the paint. Floats up the runner. Drops it in. Through for 2 to take the lead for Derek White. Back and forth right now. Outside of Harris. Up fake. Takes the step back 3. Missed off the mark. No good. Porzingis collects the defensive board for Boston. 30 seconds remaining. Jaylen Brown's going to slow down tempo. Brown guarded by Maxey. At the right wing perimeter. 12 on the shot clock. Jaylen Brown dribbles up right baseline. Brown still guarded by Maxey 1-on-1. Has to be careful. He's got 2 personal fouls. Brown lost the handle of it. Knocked down out of bounds. And it'll be last touched by... It's actually going to be a turnover here by Jaylen Brown. So Jaylen Brown lost the handle. Yeah, Maxey. Yeah, Jaylen Brown. Turnover on the play. Loose ball foul too. So he lost the handle. Maxey tried to come up with it and save it. Jaylen Brown, a loose ball foul, tried to get possession of it once again and contacting Maxey. And Maxey just baited Brown into his 3rd personal foul tonight. So we got 10 seconds left to go, and Brown's in some deep foul trouble. Not good because he's been the top scorer by far tonight in this game. Philly down by 2. Maxey dribbles up, step back 3 in the air over Horford. Off the rim, no good. Horford collects the rebound. We go to halftime. Wow, that was close right there. That was almost a laser by Tyrese Maxey. I thought he was going to sink that one in. 2-point game as we enter half. Tyrese Maxey, a one-man show for Philadelphia. Just baited Jaylen Brown into his 3rd personal foul tonight. 17 by Maxey. It's on 7 for 14 shooting from the floor. Jaylen Brown's top scorer tonight, 18 in the game. 7 for 9 shooting, but has picked up 3 personal fouls in the first half. And Tatum's got 12. So, yeah, right now, Philadelphia hanging in. They did this the last time they played against Boston, and they didn't have Embiid back in December as well. So, yeah, you can't take Philadelphia lightly, and good start here for Philly. It looked like they were going to go into halftime with a lead, and if so, they would have went into halftime with all the momentum tonight, and that would have led the Celtics searching for answers. Yeah, if Maxey buried that 3... I would probably end halftime on the big ew. I was getting ready to say it right there for the big ew before halftime because Al Horford completely lost the spot of Tyrese Maxey. How Maxey just crossed him over, and Horford was the closest guy to him defending it, and then he got his back turned and went towards the key, whereas Maxey took a step back 3 on him straight away. So that's how we close out at the end of the quarter there. 53-51, and we go out to half. Yeah, PC's hanging in right now. They've been outside the bracket for like the last month of the season or so, ever since they lost Bryce Hopkins, but they've been working their way right back in as of recently, and they haven't even needed to play games in order to do that. They've been able to take care of their games, win against the teams that they needed to win against, besides the game they just had no wheels. They got crushed against Villanova last month. That was a tough one. But other than that, taking care of games that they needed to win. They beat Wisconsin, who's the most overrated team that there is in the bracket. even honestly, even more than FAU, since FAU got dropped down to an 8 or 9 now. You can do the same with Wisconsin. Wisconsin ain't gonna go any place in the bracket based on how they're playing. Quick update right now on that score. Wisconsin tied it up against Indiana 54-54. Yeah, just keep on winning. That's a game that you need to win. And for Wisconsin, just keep on winning, because I'll remember you as a 5 or a 4 seed, and I'll be picking against you in the bracket in the first round. Mississippi State leading Kentucky 60-58 right now. That's a huge game for Mississippi State. They really need to take that game, because they're borderline 9 or 10. They're a bubble team as well. They're lacking signature victories for Mississippi State, so that's a key one tonight if they're able to take that game. Houston's on another level, crushing Cincinnati 45-30. Cincinnati's in deep trouble for them, looking like they're going to miss the tournament, being the NIT. Kansas only up by 1 against BYU 25-24. Kansas lucky that game's at Fog Allen, because they've been having some difficulty in games away from home this season. I think that the seed line for Kansas as a 2 seed is quite a little inflated, honestly, for them, because they haven't been impressive away from home this year. Dayton looking good, 71-53, leading Davison. Dayton's pulling a 5 or a 6 seed in most brackets, which, I mean, the A10 has just been so disappointing. I'm not even sure if I can pick Davison in the first round based on how disappointing the A10 has been in recent tournaments. Within the past 5 years or so, there's just been not much in terms of winning compiled from the A10. They did have the classic Fran McCaffrey choke for Iowa against Richmond, with that team that had 8 super seniors from 2 years ago when Richmond upset Iowa. But I mean, in terms of A10 teams winning in the first round, it's been really difficult in the bracket recently. Clemson and Pitt are tied. Clemson's another team that their seed is super inflated. They're a 5 seed, which is odd in most brackets, or a 6 seed. I think here's my take on this for this year, how the brackets are right now. A lot of the teams that seeded either on the 5 or the 6 line, a lot of those teams are inexperienced when it comes to NCAA tournament games. Being seeded that high, like Clemson, South Carolina. Usually don't see those teams seeded as a 5 or 6 in the bracket. Usually more a 8, 9, or 7, 8, 9, or 10, usually in the bracket. So it's a lot of inexperience with these teams that it's going to be upsets around that seed line. I feel like I'm not feeling a lot of the 5 and 6 seeds this year. Yeah, the Miami Hurricanes are definitely not making the tournament. They did play North Carolina close. North Carolina was home last night in that game. They almost blew it, and Miami had 2 starters listed out. I'm more concerned for North Carolina, for them. They look like they peaked back in January, yet they're going to be pulling either the final 1 seed or a 2 seed for UNC, and I'm very concerned about them. It looked like back in mid-January, it looked like they should have taken the championship based on how they played back on January 13th against Syracuse, which they blew the doors off that team, but that's only 1 game, and lately they've been slacking. They're lucky that they have RJ Davis on their team to will them to victory, because if they don't have a player like RJ Davis, and if he's missing shots, and if Cormac Ryan's missing shots, and if Baycott's not having a good game, same as Harrison Ingram, I don't know what you're gonna do right there. They're starting to give me a little bit of vibes from. Here's the thing: I don't know who's gonna be a 15 or 16 seed that's capable of pulling off an upset this year. That's the thing. That's the real question, because those teams that historically have done it in the past, there's a super metric that goes along with them, the reason why. That Oral Roberts team back in 2021, they were a top 5 team in scoring. Max Asmus led the nation in scoring, and they upset Ohio State, which Ohio State is a 2 seed. You usually didn't see Ohio State much as being a high seed. You did a couple times back in the early or late 2000s, early 2010s with like Evan Turner and those teams. But then they went away for the most part in the 2010s, and then came back in 2021 to be a 2 seed and lost that game. And then fast forward to the next year, St. Peter's, they were a top 5 interior defense, and they upset Kentucky in the first round. And then Princeton last year was a top 10 defense, and they upset Arizona. FDU, that just had no metric to it. There was nothing right there. That was just Purdue, once again, a classic choke in the tournament. That was all that was. There was no like defensive really good metric or really good offensive metric to that one team has. And I don't see that this year from the 15s and 16s, but I haven't really looked into them that much. But probably like once the brackets come out, I'm going to look to see what those stats are, but those are the key metrics. Because McNeese State, they have some really good metrics. They're like top 10 in defense, top 10 in offense, top 10 in steals, top 10 in three-point shooting. They got a lot of really good metrics. And right now, Joe Lunardi for ESPN has them playing Wisconsin in the 5 versus 12. And yeah, it's a major victory, I feel like, for McNeese State in that game. Yeah, so if you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe right now, just at halftime currently. Kansas beating BYU 33-26 right now. Wisconsin, Indiana tied 54-54. Still 10 minutes left to go in that game. I'm pretty sure Akron is the team out of the MAC. Akron's tied with Ohio 55-55. That's the auto bid right now from the MAC. UMass just got a bid to move to the MAC starting 2025 for UMass, which that's a big move right there for football because they've been playing as an independent. When I was in high school, they used to play in the MAC back in like 2012, so really good move right there for football. For basketball, I think it's an even better move because you don't have a powerhouse basketball program in the MAC. You move to the A10 to the MAC, which the A10 is loaded. They got like 15 teams now in the A10, so to come out of the A10, it's nearly impossible now. So they move over to the MAC, and it gives them like a legitimate chance to win conference tournaments and represent the MAC in the NCAA tournament for UMass now. They get a pretty good head coach too, Frank Martin out of South Carolina. So that's a team now to watch out for in terms of that conference that could like take bids in the future come like late 2020s, early 2030s. Mississippi State still leading Kentucky 71-67. Under 5 minutes left to go in that game. Houston up by 9 now. Cincinnati crawling back a little bit. 47-38 with under 8.5 left to go. Dayton beating Davison 74-58. I think that Florida Gator squad's going to bust some brackets. That team is really good offensively. Top team in rebounds per game. They go a 4-guard lineup with a 1 front court player. They got a similar identity to that Miami squad from the previous 2 years. I think they're going to do some serious damage in the bracket based on how they can score the ball. Like, if they're taking on teams that can't score baskets, then they're going to just rip right through them in the bracket. Yeah, I haven't seen that much for women's basketball. Hoping, though, that Caitlin Clark can take her team to the national championship and win it this year. That would be huge for just the whole, like, national televised audience and, like, bringing in revenue for the sport. Just huge. Like, as far as, like, Iowa goes for like women's college basketball. Like the further the rounds they go, the more revenue they're just gonna keep on selling for ticket sales because everybody wants to see Caitlin Clark. Plus, more people are gonna tune in to watch those games, and the advertisers are gonna love it too. So it's as far as Iowa can go, and it'll be even more interesting if they get matched up with LSU once again in the championship. What happens with all the drama from last year. Cavs up by 5 currently over the Mavs, 89-84. Cleveland's the number 2 team in the East behind Boston. Celtics got a 7.5 point or a 7.5 game advantage above Cleveland, who is 37-19. Celtics are 45-12. And then the Magic are crushing the Nets tonight, 88-59. Brooklyn, man, is just falling off a cliff right now. Golden State with a big third quarter. They lead the Wizards 98-75 entering the fourth quarter. Hawks leading against Utah at halftime, 55-44. Pelicans up by 1 at the half against the Knicks, 48-47. T-Wolves by 14 against the Spurs right now, midway through the second, 42-28. Bucks crushing the Hornets tonight, 40-24. And then the Bulls leading the Pistons, 36-25. So those are NBA games going on the scoreboard right now. Clara, what's good? Welcome back in. Let's see what we got. 56-56. And yep, Wisconsin, Indiana. That's the score. That's 56-56 with under 9 left to go. And Clemson has got a 58-56 lead over Pitt with 4:30 remaining. So those are two teams that are seated on the 5 line, and I'm just not feeling. So here's some teams that I'm just not feeling. I'm looking at the bracket right now. I'm like, Florida Atlantic, no. That team's been all over. That team's got a quad 4 loss. Washington State's really inexperienced, and right now they're drawing a 5. That is concerning. They just got swept against Arizona State this year, which somebody... Arizona State's receiving votes in the AP poll, which they shouldn't. That's according to AP, the Associated Press. When I checked it on Monday afternoon time, Arizona State was receiving like 9 votes on AssociatedPress.com. ESPN took that away and made an edit there and deleted Arizona State. So somebody who's one of the pollsters that votes in the AP poll, there were people that voted for Arizona State. They missed that. They missed that one. Same. People thought that Arizona and Arizona State was the same thing, so people voted for Arizona State that shouldn't have, and they received votes. And then the other thing for Washington, people voted for Washington instead of Washington State, which gave Washington a couple votes. But yeah, Florida Atlantic, that team's all over the place. I'm shocked that Dayton's as high as a 6 seed right now. They have a couple weird losses recently that I'm concerned about. South Carolina, I think they peaked too soon too. I talked about North Carolina earlier. I think South Carolina too peaked too soon. Colorado State cannot rebound for them. They've been dropping recently. New Mexico's been dropping recently. New Mexico might not even get in, honestly, for them. Clemson has a 5. That is concerning right now that they're 9-7 in the ACC, yet they're drawing a 5. That is really concerning. Wisconsin, too, has a 5. Both of those teams, and Oklahoma, who's dropped down to an 8. A lot of those teams I'm concerned about. Specifically Wisconsin. Like, Wisconsin's playing like a team that shouldn't even be in the bracket. They went to the NIT with the same group last year. We come back to action. Maxey shovels it over to Paul Reed as he works his way in. Porzingis floats up the shot, partially blocked by Porzingis as the Celtics come down with the basketball. We start off the third quarter of action, and Boston turns it over. That's been the issue so far in the first half. Turnovers. That's number 10 of the game. Philadelphia Missed a layup at the rim with Oubre got contested by Porzingis. Luckily, their defense has held the fort strong in this matchup tonight, limiting Philadelphia to shoot the ball just 36% shooting. Derek White at the rim scores up and through, dunks it home for two. 55-51. It's Holiday, Brown, White, Porzingis, and Tatum. The five on the floor currently for the Celtics. Paul Reed on the floor with a healed Maxey, Kelly Oubre Jr., and Tobias Harris. Harris took the corner three, spun around the rim and out. Rebound controlled by Holiday. Up the floor to Tatum, outside of Holiday. Holiday drives, baseline jumper, takes it, and he makes it. It's good for two right there by Drew. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention or so to the NFL Combine stuff, but yeah, that's huge for scouts, especially if the quarterbacks refuse to work out. That's huge right there in terms of not good for their work ethic for the future if that happens. Celtics start to pull away. This is the key for Boston. Strong third quarters coming back from post All-Star break. They really took it to the Bulls and the Knicks, opening up in the third quarter. They've done that exactly tonight. Once again, Jaylen Brown, he's got 18, will shoot two here at the free throw line. Brown just got fouled. Two shots, first one's good. Second free throw is good. Celtics start to pull away right now. 8-point advantage currently. Philly driving downhill to the rim. Blocked out of bounds by Tatum. He rejects Oubre from the side. It will stay Philadelphia possession. If you're just joining in, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. Yeah, that is concerning there if the top three quarterbacks are not working out, because the scouts need to know how they're going to be able to function at the NFL level. And missed three from the corner by Harris. Harris really streaky once again tonight as he's been missing lately. Holiday step back three in the air. He sizzles the triple. Bang, bang by Drew. It's an 11-point lead for Boston. Largest one of the game. Philadelphia will burn the timeouts. Here come the Celtics, part of a 9-zip run to open up the third quarter of action. Drew Holiday finding his stroke lately. Drew low-key, he's been just solid. He doesn't attempt many shots, but when he does, he's been accurate for Holiday low-key. 5 for 6 tonight from the floor, 11 points. He's been a silent assassin out there. Perfect 1 for 1 from three-point range. He has really been able to find his stroke. Because before the All-Star break, a lot of it seemed like he was forcing it or so for Drew. And instead of just jacking up a lot of shots, he's been real smart with his shot selection. It's worked out for him a lot. 11 points tonight in 17 minutes. 6 rebounds. Tied for the top rebounder tonight with Porzingis. Jaylen Brown's got 20, 12 by Tatum. Just all around solid start here for the Celtics here, starting to pull away. And good to see that they finally made a three. So Holiday just made a three, because before that they were 0 for 6 on their previous 6 from three-point range, and now they're 3 for 12 total in the game. But yeah, turnovers have been an issue. They've turned it over 10 times. Philly just twice. The Celtics tonight, what's really helped out has been the free throws. I mean, they've been attacking all game long. 58% shooting from the floor. Yeah, hopefully PC is able to have a big win tomorrow. That would be huge if they sweep Marquette. I'm going to get that 2% number, because that 2-point percentage, that's huge. They're shooting lights out from 2 in this game. So they're 22 of 38 shooting. They're just 3 for 12 from the perimeter. So that's 19 made twos out of 26 2-point attempts. 19 for 26 puts you at 73% from 2. Wow. Yeah, they're rocking from 2. 73% from 2 plus they're 15 for 17 at the free throw line. When they've made an effort to go downhill, they've been able to draw fouls. So let's see what we got going on right now on the scoreboard. We got a couple of games in the 60s for college basketball here currently, like Wisconsin leading Indiana 65-63 with 5 minutes left to go. Clemson up over Pitt 63-60 with a minute and a half left to go. That's massive for Pitt. If Pitt's able to win that game, puts them into the NCAA tournament conversation on the bubble for Pitt. Concerning game, though, for Clemson, considering they're only up by 3 at home. Clemson's been struggling in close games lately. That has been the concern for them, not being able to close out close games. And Indiana just tied it up 63-63 against Wisconsin. Or, I'm going off NCAA.com. I think they just erased a bucket from Wisconsin. That's what happened. So, I just got 5 minutes remaining, 63-63. Between Wisconsin and Indiana. Indiana's been horrendous this year. And for Wisconsin, that's really concerning because they almost lost against an Ohio State team that fired their head coach last week. Really close to doing so. And Ohio State's won 2 straight, including Michigan State. Back to action. Hield lobs it over to Harris. Harris inside the key. Moves out to Hield. Shot clock down to 1. Takes the 3. Came up short. It grazed the rim. Brown came up with a defensive rebound. Celtics 9-zip run. Looking to add to it. Brown slices defenders right to the rim. No good. A putback jam. Oh, it's there with a two-handed flush by Porzingis. Teared off the roof shack right there. Cleaned it up with a putback by KP. 16 unanswered points for the Celtics. Largest lead of the game up by 13. Maxey dribbles up at the free throw circle. Maxey, step back jumper, deep 2, delivers. 64-53. Right now, Tyrese Maxey, a one-man show, playing a 1 versus 5 on the floor tonight. Maxey with 19, rest of the team single digits. Celtics with Jaylen Brown with 20, 13 by Porzingis, 12 by Tatum, 11 by Holiday. White's got just 4, but White has 5 rebounds and 3 blocks. Yeah, it's been basically, like, in terms of scoring tonight, it's been 1-on-4 between Maxey and the 4 Celtics starters that scored in double figures. And that's what I said in the pregame. It's just Maxey's been carrying this team, but who's going to step up? Well, it was answered in the first minute because Buddy Hield drained 2 threes in the opening minute as Porzingis comes up with an inbound, turns the corner, throws it down with a jam. 40-24 points in the paint in favor of the Celtics. The Celtics have scored 16 straight points in the paint. They're above 73% from 2-point range tonight. Oubre hands it off to Maxey. Maxey dribbles to the edge of the midcourt logo, guarded by White. Pick set by Mo Bamba. Maxey dribbles up at the elbow outside, finds Mo Bamba, takes the 3, and he makes it straight away from the top of the key by Mo Bamba. 10-point game. Celtics with a possession. White crosses midcourt. He's on the floor with Porzingis, Tatum, Holiday, and Brown. Porzingis receives it. Porzingis up fake, no good. Crashes the glass, tipped it off the glass, no good. Rebound control by Maxey. Maxey has it up the floor. Maxey looking to pass it off. Slides it to the left wing off the Hield. Hield drives on Porzingis. Hield bounce pass intercepted on the far side by White. White pushing tempo, attacking. Euro step to the rim. Derek White. No good. Missed the layup. Late whistle on the back end of the play though, and White got fouled. 2 free throws coming up. So referees blow a delayed whistle right there as Derek White went through the Euro step, missed the layup, and then after the basketball bounced off the back iron, the whistle was blown, and now White will shoot 2 here at the free throw line. 7:42 left to go in the third. Celtics rolling. As of lately here, Derek White looking to up the total, just 4 points, makes it 5 as he makes the first free throw. Celtics outscoring the Sixers 14-5 right now in this third quarter. They started off 9-0 in the third quarter with a lead. They led by 2 going into halftime. It was 53-51 Boston entering half. Second free throw is good. 12-point advantage now for the Celtics. – Philly with a possession. Edge of the midcourt logo, Maxey. Maxey dribbles towards the left wing perimeter. He's working on Porzingis. Maxey drives free throw circle. Maxey inside. Bounce pass. Deflected by White. Picked up by Porzingis. Steal inside the key. Celtics start a forced turnovers here at the start of the third. White moves it out to the perimeter to the hands to Holiday. Sends it across the court off to Tatum. Tatum, 12 in the shot clock. Guarded by Maxey, 101. Tatum backs his way. Free throw circle. Tatum inside the key. Tatum leans in off the front. Or no good. Tipped out. And Oubre collects the long rebound. Out to Hield. Hield open three at the wing. Celtics pick up a foul. Out in transition. Charge to Tatum. And Tatum going to get called on the technical here, according to the refs, so this will be a free throw coming up. Was Tatum unhappy about the call here? Let's see, Tatum. Nah, yeah, that should not be a technical. Tatum to the officials just, he thought it was a clear no call, so he just waved off the officials. He was like, clearly waved off the officials, and the officials are soft, and they took offense to that, to where Tatum waved them off. So, Philadelphia makes the technical free throw. I mean, there's a lot of contact as Tatum leans forward on Maxey and didn't get called, but that is pretty good defense by Maxey. Didn't get any part of his shooting arm there by Tatum. Just, Maxey was guarding him below. Under 7 left to go. Philly gets the possession of the basketball as well. Maxey sends it off to Oubre. Back on top, Maxey takes the three. Lasers. He connects on it as it goes through the cylinder. 68-60, been a one-man show tonight by Tyrese Maxey. 23 by Maxey. Mo Bamba is the number 2 scorer for Philly with 10. 6.5 left to go in the third. White dribbles towards the right wing, now up to the elbow. Outside finds Brown. Brown, 10 on the shot clock. Towards the left around the perimeter, working on Mo Bamba. Brown gets past him. Brown inside, weaves his way to the cup with a right hand as he goes. Scoop score up and through. Good for 2 by Jaylen Brown. 10-point advantage once again by double digits for the Celtics. 22 by Jaylen Brown leading the way tonight. The Celtics 42-24 leading points in the paint. Maxey took the three, no good. Cleaned up with a two-handed flush though by Mo Bamba. 8-point game once again. Under 6 left to go in the third. Porzingis guarded by Batum, 1-on-1 at the elbow. Porzingis towards his right, backs his way inside the low post. Porzingis turn around, gets fouled. 2 shots coming up here by Porzingis. Nick Batum, the guilty party, picks up the shooting foul. These are patient possessions right now for Boston, what they've done in this game. This game's flew by tonight. Porzingis' first free throw is good. 71-62. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks all for stopping by tonight and being a part of the stream for this one. Porzingis, perfect. At the free throw line, 5 for 5, 14 points, makes it 15 as he drills it right down the middle. Tatum currently in the bench right now. 10-point lead once again for Boston. It's Brown, Porzingis, Hauser, White, and Horford. The 5 on the floor. Maxey on the court with Lowry, Mo Bamba, Nick Batum, and Buddy Hield as Tyrese Maxey takes it a distance, scores the layup. It's been excellent tonight by Maxey, doing everything possible. And this game's got 25 tonight. Loose ball, Maxey. He comes out with a steal. Pickpockets Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown still having difficulty off the dribble with his left hand. And Maxey goes backdoor, reverse hand, and gets fouled by Brown as Brown picks up his 4th. Still having difficulty with a left hand by Jaylen off the dribble. That's what broke him last year in the playoffs. Jaylen lost the handle, got it swiped away by Maxey, and Maxey took it a distance, got fouled. Yeah, they definitely shouldn't have any issues unless they take on the Heat. Because they're really going to have to dig into their mental toughness if they take on Miami, because the Heat always show up for the playoffs no matter who you are. First shot's good by Maxey. What's good, Joey in the stream? Welcome back in. Hope all is going well, man. Yeah, Celtics are just so good. this year. Philly's giving them a game tonight. No Joel Embiid and making this a game. Tyrese Maxey going off as he makes both of the free throws. It's only a 6-point game right now. My clock's a little bit ahead currently. We're down to 5:15 left to go in the third. Celtics with the ball. Porzingis at the elbow. Mo Bamba picks up the reach in. And this is going to send Boston into the bonus right now. So 5:09 left to go in the third. And Mo Bamba reached in. 2 shots in the bonus by Porzingis. First one's good. He's perfect tonight. At the free throw line right now, 7 for 7. 16 by Porzingis. Yeah, Wisconsin has no business being tied against Indiana. That's unfortunate there for Wisconsin. The second free throw, he got the bounce. Back to an 8-point game. It's been that range, 6, 8, or 10 basically in this third quarter. Celtics are 21 for 23 tonight. Having their stroke tonight when it comes down to the free throws. Maxey at the wing, doing everything possible in this game, guarded by Brown. Maxey double teamed as Horford comes along. Quarter 3 opens up Batum. Batum bricked it off the back room, tipped it by Baba. Offensive rebound. Healed open 3, no good off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Horford for the Celtics. Maxey's got 27 currently. Celtics up by 8 with a possession. Top of the key, Horford into the hands to Porzingis. Outside White. White, edge of the midcourt logo, moves it down to the free throw circle. Porzingis triple teamed outside over to White. Open 3 off the closeout by Batum. Missed off the Beckham, no good. Lowry collects the defensive rebound. And Kyle Lowry lost the ball between him and Maxey. Maxey came in, scooped it up, and Maxey pounced on it. Philadelphia able to get a timeout in time, so 4:20 left to go in the third. And Derek White was trying to force a tie-up right there, but Philadelphia able to come up with a loose ball. As we see Maxey, it was from the pass by Lowry. Maxey had it poked loose from his hands by White, and Maxey was able to get that timeout out in time. So 4:20 left to go in the third right now. So we take the timeout on the floor, and the Celtics are up by 8. Oh, man, sorry to hear that, Joey. I'm sending my thoughts and prayers out to you. Glad to hear that you've been doing a lot better there, man. So sorry to hear that. Oh, man. Yeah, Celtics struggling from 3 tonight in this game. Just 3 for 13. Drew Holiday made that 3 to begin the third quarter. That's been it in the second half for threes. They made 2 of their threes in like the first 5 minutes, and then made just 1 3 ever since. They were 2 for 4 starting off from 3 in the first quarter. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that there, brother. Hey, what's good? Michael on the stream. Welcome in. Glad to have you back in, man. Yeah, Celtics are crushing it tonight from 2. Getting to the rim. They know that Embiid's not on the floor, so there's no other like big man that can defend down inside the low post, and they're having their way tonight. 42-28 points in the paint tonight for Boston. Quick update on the scoreboard. I'm gonna take a look at college first here. Let's see what we got. Mississippi State, Kentucky, looking like they're gonna be going into overtime right now. 89-89, down to 1 second left to go. Indiana, a 2-point lead with 48 seconds left. 72-70, Indiana by 2 against Wisconsin. 48 seconds remaining there. Houston by 9, 59-50, under 2 minutes left to go, leading Cincinnati. Final scores: Villanova destroyed Georgetown 75-47, which is what they needed to do because Villanova is like right outside the bracket. Clemson, late surge, they beat Pittsburgh 69-62. That's tough right there for Pittsburgh. They were hanging in, but Clemson able to take that game. For Pitt, that's a crusher towards not making the NCAA tournament. for them. Seems like they're going to be on the outside looking in. Dayton beat Davidson 80-66. But yeah, Mississippi State and Kentucky. That game's right down to the wire. Looks like I'm going to see if I can put that on because I just saw the score change for that game to give you guys an update, and I believe Kentucky is ahead right now. I'm going to find the SEC network. I think it's on the SEC network or ESPN2 maybe. It's on one of those. ESPN2's got Cincinnati and Houston. I think it's actually on ESPN. Yeah, it is. 0.5 of a second left. I'm going to have it right here. So I'll let you guys know who wins this game. Kentucky or Mississippi State with 0.5 remaining. Mississippi State trailing. And guess who? Reed Sheppard intercepts the full court inbound and Kentucky wins. 91-89. The final scores. Kentucky beats Mississippi State. A crusher for Mississippi State because they were home. And they are borderline on the brackets for them, like a 9 or a 10 seed. So that hurts Mississippi State's chances as we come back from the timeout right now. And Porzingis just nailed down a 3, 77-66. Philadelphia trailing by 11. Maxey doing everything possible. Needs his teammates to step up, though. Hield takes the 3 over Porzingis. No good. Porzingis able to alter it. White came down with it. He was out of bounds, though. This will stay Philadelphia basketball. 3.4 on the shot clock. Yeah, White was aware that Porzingis got a piece of that basketball. I think White thought that he was shoved out of bounds. So let's see here about the replay. Yeah, Porzingis got a fingertip on that ball as Hield missed it, came up short, and then White tried to pin it off of Mo Bamba, but referees rolled it out of bounds by Derek White. 3:32 left to go. They're going to have a substitution. Ricky Council, the fourth, checks onto the floor in place of Buddy Hield, who comes off now for Philly. So substitution being made. Yeah, Reed Sheppard's awesome. Bounce pass down low. Lowry pinwheels around off Council, and that's a turnover on the shot clock violations. They couldn't get a shot off in time as Kyle Lowry decided to pass it with 1 second on the shot clock off the inbound. Just take it yourself off one dribble as he pulled a Ben Simmons right there by Kyle Lowry. Ricky Council was not expecting that pass, and he bobbled that ball like a hot tamale out there. And before you knew it, the shot clock turned off. I mean, you had 3 seconds on the shot clock off an inbound underneath, and Kyle Lowry cut to the hoop. And instead of going in, laying it up and in, he decides to pass it off. White, spin cycle. Dish outside, Hauser. No look pass out to the top. Brown dribbles up. Jumper, 15-footer. He gets fouled. Draws the personal foul picked by Maxey going into the shooting motion. Jaylen Brown will head to the free throw line and shoot 2. This game's starting to get out of reach right now for Philly. There's got to be more players to score if you want to have a chance in this game tonight. Maxey's got 27. 10 by Mo Bamba. He's the number 2 scorer. There's nobody else who's really been able to come alive offensively after that. 7 points by Tobias Harris on a horrific 3 for 14 shooting. Kelly Oubre Jr. just 3 points tonight and 1 for 6 shooting. I mean, it's those two guys that's been streaky throughout their career, and tonight's certainly not helping out the cause tonight, having a rough game in this one. Brown splits the free throws. 3:11 left to go. Third quarter. Celtics lead by 12. Sixers with a possession. Maxey. Edge in the midcourt logos. We're down to the final 3 minutes left to go in the third. Lowry passes top of the free throw circle. Batum dump off to the corner. Council. Bounce pass to Mo Bamba. Backs his way inside the low post. Mo with a hook. Missed off the glass. No good. Porzingis secures the defensive rebounds. Celtics have it up by 12. Pushing tempo to the rim. Jaylen Brown pats the defense. Scores with a layup. Whole crowd explodes here at the TD Garden. Celtics by 14. Boston 8 for 13 scoring this quarter. Looking like a machine as of lately. Maxey with a 3. He sinks it. Tyrese Maxey been a one-man show tonight. 11-point game right now. Hanging in for Philly. He's got 30. That's above 50% shooting from the floor. Holiday Edge in the midcourt logo. Bounce pass over to Porzingis. Porzingis guarded by Batum 1-on-1. Top of the key. Porzingis thought about the three. Sends it off to the wing. Out to Holiday. Euro step shovel downhill. Porzingis goes up. Porzingis gets fouled. And 2 coming up at the free throw line here by Porzingis. I mean, if you're Philly, you got to match the Celtics offensively shot for shot. And the Celtics doing an excellent job just slowing down tempo with a lot of patient possessions in this game. And they've been trying their best. It's just Boston surging late tonight in this third quarter. So Porzingis has been fire tonight at the free throw line. He's perfect tonight when it comes down to free throws, and he makes the first one here. Second shot by Porzingis, right down the middle. Wow, Indiana's going to upset Wisconsin. 2 minutes left to go in the third. It's a terrible game for Wisconsin there. Indiana's not even close to the tournament bracket. Harris, outside finds Lowry. Moves it out to the corner. Maxey, baseline drive. Out to the wing. It goes to Harris, who takes the three. And he makes one finally. 82-72. Celtics by 10 once again. Holiday. Around the perimeters. We have a reach-in foul picked up here. Charged to Philly. It's going to be picked up by Nick Batum. Boston's in the bonus too. They've been in the bonus for a while. They've been in the bonus with like 6 minutes left to go in the third. So this will be 2 free throws coming up here for Porzingis. It will be, once again, he's still perfect at the free throw line tonight. So Porzingis got contacted into on the screen by Batum. Holiday at the time was the ball handler, and the first one's good. Hey, what's good, Bradley? Welcome back in. I hope all is going well, man. Celtics looking pretty solid here in this third quarter. Philadelphia's giving them a game, though. Boston outscoring Philly right now by 10 in this third quarter. Second free throw is good. They've been knocking down free throws left and right. Celtics tonight, 26 for 29 at the free throw line. They've been ridiculous from 2. And great at the free throw line. Their threes have been horrendous tonight. But their paint game has been excellent. Now Sam Hauser, away from the ball, picks up the reach and foul. Oh, wow. Max Strus just hit a half-court game winner. Wow. (121-119). Cavs win over the Mavs tonight. Luka had 45 points for Dallas, still lost. 9 rebounds, 14 assists. Maxey has his ball deflected all the way to the backcourt, rolling, and 4 in the shot clock here. Actually, it's going to be rolled turnover possession by Philly, so the Celtics never got a hand on that ball. Maxey just lost it off the dribble, and Drew Holiday played excellent defense as this will go back to Boston. So what was the issue for the first half for the Celtics was that they had a lot of difficulties with turnovers. Philadelphia had just 1 turnover going into halftime, and now the Sixers have turned it over 5 times now in this third quarter. 12-point lead, Brown down low. Jaylen Brown dribbles out of it, moves it out to the corner. Horford takes the 3, off the rim, no good. A rebound secured by Ricky Council for Philly. Final minute left to go here in the third. Out of the pack, dribbles up is Council. Council down low, got the bounce, +1. 10-point game once again. Chance to draw with a 9 coming up at the free throw line for Ricky Council. He draws Sam Hauser into the shooting foul. Council, a rookie from Arkansas. So the Cavs win over the Mavs tonight, 121-119. The other final score is Golden State picking up a win. Golden State now is 3 games above 500, 123-112. Golden State wins at Washington tonight. I'll get into some of the other NBA scores once we close out the quarter. And the free throw is good. Philadelphia right now hanging in, only down by 9. 45 seconds left to go. Philly perfect 4 for 4 this quarter at the free throw line. Celtics 13 for 14. Pritchard has that the TD guarded logo at the left wing. Bounce pass over to Jalen. Brown's pass over to Holiday. Couldn't handle it. Turned it over up the floor here. Philly look at the space it out as they go backdoor. Missed the layup though by Council. In transition. Rebound control by Tatum. 25 seconds left to go. Tatum going to slow it down. There's a 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock to close out the third quarter of action. Tatum slows down tempo. Dribbles up now towards the top of the key. Now drives downhill to the rim. Tatum soars up. Missed the layup. No good. Came crashing down into the stanchion. Oh, the Celtics forced the steal. Holiday fires the fastball over to Tatum. Dunks it down with 4 seconds left to go. Heads up play in the backcourt right there by Drew. Inbound for Philly. Half court 3. Maxey comes up short. To close out at the end of the third quarter. 86-75 through 3. In the books in this one. That's just total awareness right there for Drew Holiday. As he came up with a steal. Celtics looking good. All right, so fourth quarter upcoming, looking to make it 9 straight in a row for Boston. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. We got a bunch of games going on tonight for basketball, so here are the scoreboard updates. 2 games that's gone final in the NBA. Cleveland wins over Dallas 121-119. And from what I heard here, Max Strus, game winner at the buzzer and a half-court shot for Cleveland to win over Dallas. Dallas has been red hot lately. Luka had 45 points, 9 rebounds, 14 assists. Donovan Mitchell with a big game with 31 points tonight for Cleveland. Number 2 team in the East. Golden State won against Washington 123-112. Jonathan Kuminga having a great season. He's got 21 points in that game for Golden State with a win. And Orlando crushing Brooklyn tonight. Down to the final 3 minutes left to go. 106-75. The Magic are going to go to 7 games above 500. Going to improve to 33-26 this season for Orlando after being at the bottom of the East last year. Atlanta leading Utah 94-74. Pelicans got a 10-point lead at the Knicks tonight, 83-73. Pelicans looking pretty solid lately. 10 games above 500 at the moment. T-Wolves 60-46 leading the Spurs right now. And not a good sign there. So Bradley puts Anthony Edwards tweaked his ankle, needed help to the locker room. Yikes. Not good right there. If he has to miss time for Anthony Edwards, that's tough there. They're tied for first right now in the West. Chicago by 7 over Detroit 57-50. And man, Milwaukee is just destroying Charlotte tonight. 70-37 for the Bucks. Yeah, I miss Smart a ton. It's too bad they had to let him go. College basketball games. There's games that's gone final tonight. These are the ones. Indiana beat Wisconsin 74-70. Wisconsin's a massive fraud this year. They're somehow like a 4 or 5 seed in most bracketologists' brackets yet. They're playing like they don't even deserve an NCAA tournament spot for them. Clemson beat Pittsburgh 69-62. Only a 7-point win for Clemson on their home floor tonight. That's another team that's high by bracketologists for some reason, up to a 5 seed on most bracket lines, or a 6, and they're just 10-7 in the ACC. Villanova beat Georgetown 75-47. That was a must-win for Villanova. They got that one tonight, and they won big time. Kentucky came back. They beat Mississippi State 91-89. Mississippi State now, I mean, they don't have many signature victories. They're holding on to one back in January against Florida. And a lot of question marks for Mississippi State. Will they be able to get into the tournament if they keep on losing games late stretch of the season for them? They're either a 9 or a 10 seed in most brackets. Dayton beat Davidson 80-66. I'll move on to the next grouping of games in progress once I get to it. As we come back to action, start off the fourth quarter. Celtics turn it over. It's Tatum, Horford, Hauser, Pritchard, and Holiday, the five on the floor. Ricky Council attacks on Horford, puts up the shot. Council puts it into the bucket, +1 at the free throw line. A rookie getting this team going right now in this game. Draws with a 9, chance to draw with an 8 if he makes the free throw, as Council was able to attack Horford downhill, and Horford picked up the shooting foul. Houston about to win over Cincinnati, 67-59. Cincinnati looking like they're going to be in the NIT. They couldn't pick up a quad 1 premier victory tonight for them, as the Bearcats will suffer a loss. Just doesn't look like they're ready to be an NCAA tournament team for them. Tatum lob over to Horford, gets the bucket. 10-point game after the made free throw by Council and the basket made by Horford. 45 seconds into the fourth quarter. Celtics plus 16 points in the paint, 48-32. Cameron Payne, a left hand, scores with a layup as he takes it the distance to the rim. They've been trying to trade shot for shot, but the Celtics right back just have an answer every single possession. Tatum off to Horford, kick out quarter. Pritchard no good off the back rim. They have not been shooting many hero ball shots tonight. It's been go to the rim and get the twos. That's what's helped out Boston, but hasn't inflated their numbers, because when they make those threes, they're able to score like 120, 130 plus points in a game. Tonight it's all twos, so you're going to see them probably finish the game with around 110. Harris off to Lowry, fall away over Horford off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Hauser. Celtics with a possession, under 10.5 left to go. Pritchard. Kick out to the corner. Holiday, baseline dribble. Outside finds Tatum. Tatum at the top of the key. Shot clock down to 12. Going to slow down tempo. Off to Pritchard. Pritchard dribbles up. Kick out corner. Open 3 out Horford. No good off the back rim. Tipped up. Battle for the rebound. And it's still loose in the hardwood. Still trying to fight its way. Great effort by Horford. And it goes right back to Philadelphia, though, as the Celtics couldn't keep it alive. Payne at the top of the key, only down by 8 for Philly. Payne takes the 3, and he sticks it. It's only a 5-point game, 88-83. If the Celtics choke this one, watch out for the Big U. 34-11, bench points tonight in favor of Philly. Celtics with the ball. Holiday, bounce past the wing off to Tatum. Tatum at the left wing. Tatum working on Kelly Oubre Jr. 1-on-1. Tatum deep 2, and he hits it. +1. Covered up by Jason Tatum. Money. Nasty step back at the elbow off the deep 2. Working on Oubre. Oubre got his shooting elbow as well, as Tatum will head to the line, shoot 1. Big time shot right there, JT. 16 tonight by Tatum. The free throw is good, right down the middle. Celtics by 8. That's been the range for most of this game, is between 8 and 10 throughout most of it in the second half. Celtics led by 2 going into halftime, 53-51. He started off the third quarter in a 9-zip run. That's the difference maker in this game right now, is that early momentum run to start off the third. Cameron Payne sizzles another 3. Back-to-back threes by Payne. It's the threes that's kept Philly right in this game. The Celtics just 4 for 18 from the perimeter. Philadelphia tonight, 14 for 37. Only 18 attempted threes. You're going to love to see the Celtics evolving their 2-point game. Tatum took the 3, missed off the rim. Make it 4 for 19. A rebound control by Philly. Up the floor here for Harris. Outside Lowry. Kick out corner. Open 3 Harris. Oh, he hits it. It's only a 2-point game. 91-89. And a timeout taken by Joe Mazzulla. Oh, does this look like all those Celtics games previous to the All-Star break? The other team comes out to a quick run to start off the fourth quarter. Can the Celtics do what they do with under 8 left to go and respond like they've always done for the past month plus? We shall see. We have a timeout on the floor. 8:49 left to go. It's only a 2-point game right now after being up by double digits. As many as 14 at one point for Boston. They've allowed Philadelphia without Joel Embiid to creep back in. Big U going to be upcoming if Philadelphia takes the lead. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. And this one right here got rather interesting. So back to the scoreboard. Kansas, only a 2-point lead at Fog Allen, hosting BYU 47-45 with around 12 minutes left. We get another final score. Houston beat Cincinnati 67-59 tonight. Games going on currently. For college hoops, Boise State leading Air Force 13-10. You don't want to be the next team to lose against Air Force. Boise State would drop significantly if that happens, probably to like out of the bracket if they lose that bad. They also don't have many signature wins for them. Wake Forest beating Notre Dame by just 1, 29-28. They'll get the Big U if they lose that game after the court storming incident on Saturday. Oh, yikes. Big U right now for Texas Tech. 17-6 Texas. They're playing resilient, trying to work their way back to the bracket. I think Texas read all of the bracketologist projections and saw on most brackets that they were either listed as the last team in or the first team out in some brackets, or in the play-in game, or like an 11 seed for Texas. And here's Texas shredding their rival 17-6 midway through the first half. Texas Tech only 6 points in the first 9.5 minutes, approximately, the first half right now for Texas Tech. And it's a home game for Texas Tech, too. So, yeah, difficult start there for Texas Tech. I saw Providence in an 11 versus 6 matchup against Texas Tech. I'll take that. Honestly, I would take that matchup. They weren't expected to be that good this year for Texas Tech. Hey, what's good? Andrew on the stream. Welcome in. Glad to have you back in the stream, man. I'm trying to get the picture of, like, what the marquee matchup would be for CBS this year for college basketball. Like, they started off the tournament last year on Maryland versus West Virginia. They usually start off with this really good, ridiculous game with like a 10 versus 7 or a 9 versus 8. That's really good for like the first game of the tournament at like 12:15 on the Thursday. And I'm looking at these matchups, and there's so many mid-majors from like the Mountain West that's put as like a 7, 8, or 9 seed that I don't know if they're going to be able to find that like key marquee matchup. I saw in one of the brackets was Michigan State against Texas Tech, which that would draw a lot of fireworks right there for a 10 versus 7. But these are some of the teams that's getting put on that 7 line right now at the moment. Utah State, Colorado State. These are 7s in the bracket, according to ESPN show Leonardi. BYU at Texas Tech. Those are 7s. As Holiday has it inside a low post. Backs his way, no good. Missed the first shot as we come back to action. 8.5 left to go. Holiday try to save it. Lost it out of bounds. It will go back to Philly. Hey, what's good? Lucas in the stream. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, man. Under 8.5 left to go. Philadelphia's right there in this game. Going to be saying a big U if they take the lead. Payne, jab step, top of the key. Payne working on Horford 101. Made a couple threes recently. Payne took the 3, grazed off the front rim. Tatum secures the defensive rebound. Didn't get a hold of the big U that time. Tatum down the far side. Had the ball deflected out of bounds by Council. 8:02 left to go. Top scores look like this. 25 by Jaylen Brown. He's been on the roll recently. 21 by Porzingis, who's a perfect 12 for 12 tonight at the free throw line. Tatum's got just 17. Tatum's only 1 for 6 from the perimeter. Holiday got 13 with a jumper. Connects on it. Good for 2 by Drew. 93-89. How the Celtics always responded with under 8 left to go. So good when it comes down to winning games by 10 points or fewer this season. It's been different winning games that's been decided by 3 points or fewer, but games winning 4 to 10 points, they've been excellent with. A steal here by Boston. Pritchard up the floor, finds Tatum, accelerates right to the cup. Tatum clobbered and gets fouled. 2 shots coming up here at the line for Tatum, down to 7:29 left to go. Yeah, this has been a fire game right to the end. Philadelphia is right there with Boston I gotta say, the Celtics have done an excellent job tonight at the free throw line. Only missed 3 entire free throws this entire game. 27 for 30 right to this point. First one hits bottom. It's good by Tatum. Maxey checks back in. That's the reason why Philadelphia's hanging in. 30 by Maxey. 13 by Harris. 11 by Payne. 10 by Mo Bamba. 10 by Council. It's the recent pickup of players like recently, like Cameron Payne and Ricky Council. Those two guys have been playing hard recently. That's given Philadelphia a chance. Second free throw is good by Tatum. Tatum's got 19 right now. Edge of the midcourt logo. It is Kyle Lowry, the ball handler. Lowry on the floor with Ricky Council the fourth, Mo Bamba, Tyrese Maxey, and Tobias Harris, and Bamba flung it to the wrong player. It's a turnover. Holiday comes out with a steal. Holiday, Horford, Tatum, Cordet, and Pritchard. Brown getting rest right now on the bench. Holiday pass over to Horford. Horford, it was kicked before. Kicked ball violation charged to Philly. Down to 7:02 left to go. If you guys are doing the stream, make sure to smash the like here, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. 24 straight home victories against Eastern Conference opponents for the Celtics. Top of the key, here's a three, Tatum. Bricked off the back room, no good. A rebound secure by Bamba, and a over-the-back foul picked up by Cordet. Celtics looking for win number 9 in a row tonight. Derek White about to check back in on the floor. Peyton Pritchard takes a seat on the bench. Disappointing game tonight by Pritchard. He's got nothing in 14 minutes. No points on 0 for 3 shooting tonight. The Celtics not finding their stroke from 3. Just 4 for 19. Their worst 3-point shooting performance this season, but points in the paint, getting those twos, going more towards the twos, been a major difference maker, plus making free throws. And they're leading the rebounds plus 19, 46-27. They've dominated the interior without Joel Embiid on the floor. No good. Missed off the back rim by Mo Bamba, and an easy shot right there. Couldn't convert on it. Celtics with a possession. White sends it on top into the hands to Holiday. Holiday, top of the key, one-on-one, up fake, slides it off to the wing, off to White. White fires the pass down low. Horford, turn around, and he got it. It's good for 2. Inside the key by Big Al Horford. Exactly what I said. The Celtics are just so lethal with under 8 minutes left to go. How are you going to beat them? That is the key. They've been excellent with under 8 minutes left to go in close games. Philadelphia misfired in the shot. Tatum on the run out, looking to take it the distance. Missed the layup, got fouled though. Pushing, transition. We're down to 6:01 left to go. Derek White getting him back into the game just so good. It's needed for the Celtics. Derek White with a key assist on the last basket. Fired in a fastball off to Horford on a mismatch inside the key. Derek White tonight, he's only got 6 points, but he's made up for it with 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. 2 shots here by Tatum. Just incredible game tonight when it's come down to free throws. Making the shots when you need it the most. First one's good by Tatum. Free throws, you make them, you win the game. 91% as a team at the free throw line. They've attempted 33. They've made 30. Just all around Celtics, terrific execution when it comes down to making the freebies. They knew Embiid wasn't playing. They became the aggressor tonight and attacked on a smaller team inside the paint. Second free throw is good by Tatum. 10-point lead under 6 minutes left to go right now. Philadelphia with a possession. Kyle Lowry puts the ball in the hands at the wing to Harris. Hand off to Lowry. Lowry dribbles up. Bounce pass to Harris. Top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Jab step. Dribbles up. Backs his way on White inside the key. Harris up. No good. Great contest by White. Celtics collect the rebound with Tatum. Tatum up the floor. Tatum accelerates downhill. Right to the rim. He scores. Up and through with a right-handed finger roll. Guess what? It's triple digits on the board for the Celtics and a 12-point lead. 10-zip run by Boston. Philadelphia burns a timeout. 101-89 after the scores. 91-89. The Celtics, with under 8 minutes left to play, do exactly what I said they would do. They let their opponent go on a big run to start off the fourth quarter. They closed the door once again with under 8 left to go. time and time again, they've always struggled at the start of the fourth. But with under 8 minutes left to go, this team just ups it to double digits because they know if it's a 6-point game or under with under 5 left to go, they're in trouble. And that's how they've lost games this season. 2 possession games with under 5 minutes left to go, they're in trouble tonight. Down to 5:35 remaining. We're not going to have a 2-possession game. Looking like Philadelphia's not going to have the firepower in this one. Unless Maxey just makes shot after shot after shot. But those buckets that were accounted for early in the quarter by Cameron Payne and Ricky Council IV. Those buckets have recently got warned off by Jason Tatum, who's just taken over up to 23. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Feel free to join in for my next stream. That will be on Friday, same time, 7:30 p.m. Celtics take on the Mavericks. That could very well be a preview for the NBA Finals right there. Dallas has won the previous, I believe it's the last 7 out of 9 games or so that Dallas has won ever since like the trade deadline. They've gotten better for Dallas there, so they could be a sleeper team out of the West to make it to the NBA Finals this season. Honestly, wouldn't shock me. I had said it last year on Memorial Day. I had said that last year when the Celtics lost in the playoffs to the Heat in that Game 7 last year. I said, look out for the Celtics next year. I think they got a good chance to win the chip, and not only win the championship, they're going to be facing Dallas in the NBA Finals, which Dallas didn't even play in the playoffs last year, but they got actually actual help for Luka, because that's what I said like around like December or so. If they can get Luka help, then they got a legitimate chance, and now they do. They got a couple of really good players recently that's turned into good players at the trade deadline that wasn't utilized properly for their former teams. PJ Washington, from what I've seen, has been having a really good all-around time right now at Dallas, coming from Charlotte. And then got somebody else too as well, part of that team. But Derek Lively II's been really good this year too for them as a rookie. What's good, Bryson on the stream? Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, man. Just when the threes are dropping, the Celtics have found a way to win, and tonight it's been through the 2-point shooting and also making free throws. They've been attacking all game long, and it really goes and shows. The Celtics tonight, 56 to 34 points in the paint, 50 to 27 in rebounds. They know without Joel Embiid on the floor, they're just taking advantage of the interior, and there's no way to stop the dribble drive penetration tonight that's been set forward by the Celtics. Back to action. Maxey dribbles up, passes off to the corner. Harris, open 3, no good off the mark. Maxey fell down. Celtics are aware of it. They got numbers up the floor here, 5 and 4, but they'll slow it down. White puts the ball into the hands of Tatum. White, Tatum, Porzingis, Holiday, and Brown. They're starters. The 5 on the floor. Tatum floats up the runner. No good. Tipped up. Porzingis, size advantage. No good as he tapped it off the glass. Loose ball. Jaylen Brown, though. What a save at the baseline as he flinks it over to Porzingis. Wasn't out of bounds just yet. Tobias Harris arguing the call with the officials as Brown tapped it right over to Porzingis to save the possession and jammed it down with a two-handed flush. That's called a hustle play right there. That's all hustle. Follow away. Maxey missed the 3. In desperation, he's done as much as possible tonight for Tyrese Maxey, but a one-man show ain't enough against a balanced Celtics attack as Jaylen Brown drills the 3, looking like the dagger tonight here, folks. 106-89, part of a 15-0 run in the last 3.5 minutes for Boston. When the game matters the most, the Celtics come out and they take you by storm. That's what they've done tonight. Maxey has got 30, the number 2 scorer behind him. Harris with 13 on 14 missed shots. Tatum at the wing. Tatum dribbles up. Tatum downhill. Gets fouled. 4 minutes even. You know a dagger is coming in this game when Jaylen Brown takes the 3, makes it a kiss to the crowd by Jaylen Brown. He's been tremendous tonight with 28. Only 2 attempted threes, made 1, and that's only the 5th made 3 of the game for the Celtics. Here's the big takeaway tonight here, folks. Celtics just 23s. Usually on the season, they'll attempt 40, 45, 50, 55 threes in a game, and they'll miss shot after shot after shot and brick them and brick them and brick them. But no, Joe Mazzulla ball instead is turned into get to the rim ball. And tonight, Philadelphia, just no answer on the interior against Boston. Double-doubles both by Tatum with 26 points, 11 rebounds, and Porzingis with 23 points and 11 rebounds. Celtics monumental rebound number, plus 26 on the glass, 53-27, and the layup goes down for Cameron Payne. 107-91. So we're down to 3:35 left to go in action right now. Celtics 16-point advantage, part of a 16-2 run in the last 4 minutes of action. Tatum at the left wing, and this was a 2-point game at one point. Tatum driving right to the hoop, throws it down with authority with a right-handed hammer. Oh, baby, JT. Man's jam right there, taking over. Inside the key, up fake. For Philadelphia, they shovel over to the left-handed finish. That is good by Ricky Council with a layup. 109-93. 3 minutes left to go. Celtics know that they got this victory in the bag. They're going to slow it down. 28 by Tatum. 23 by Porzingis. 28 by Brown. 13 by Holiday. Basically a 3-on-1 tonight in this game. In terms of Tyrese Maxey, the lone guy to ball out for Philly with 32. After that, Harris with 13, but 14 missed shots. Cameron Payne on 13 on 5 for 9 shooting. But yeah, this was more like a 3-on-1 shooting contest tonight. Tatum with a massive jam with a hammer. Seen a couple exclamation points in this game. Tatum with one right there. 26-11 tonight by Tatum with 8 assists. Far side of the floor, Tatum adds a steal to his total. Tatum comes in, soars up behind the defense with a two-handed dunk. Oh, yeah. JT, I'm the best player on the planet, baby. Tonight in the fourth quarter, he's showing it. Maxey dribble drive right past Porzingis, scores the layup. 111-95. 2:15 left to go. The Celtics shooting 54% from the floor, holding Philadelphia to below 40. If Boston flip those twos into threes, then they're winning this game by 30+. Brown, entry pass, down low. He scores over Hield, plus the foul. Go to the rim, go to the rim, go to the rim. Check. Execution tonight, perfect for the Celtics. Full-on attack mode in this game. Philadelphia's got no interior defensive presence to stop that. 62 points in the paint. This team really changed it up after the All-Star break. That is now 3 games in a row post-All-Star break that the Celtics have torched their opponents one by one in points in the paint. Chicago, New York, and now Philly. Less threes, more twos, more free throws. Let's go. 89% at the free throw line, 33 for 37 tonight. Jaylen Brown's got 30. I'm going to get you the 2-point total in this game. That's been the most impressive stat. Plus the rebounds have been massive. 53-27 on the glass for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown makes the free throw. He's got 31. 23-6 run in the last 5 minutes and 50 seconds for Boston. The Celtics will put on the floor their reserves right now. Standing ovation for the Celtics here. First game back at the TD Garden after the All-Star break. It was a 2-point game with 8:45 left to go. And now the Celtics lead by 19. James, welcome back in. Thanks for joining in, man. In a close game with 8 minutes remaining, the Celtics always seem to find a way. Wow, Ricky Council, holy smokes, taking flight right there. Throwing it down with a right hand. Oh, man. Gotta see the highlight of that one right there. Check out the highlights to this game after it comes up. Ricky Council with 1:40 left to go just had this massive dunk going towards his right. That was sick. Here's a 3. Hauser, no good. Left it short. Rebound there for Philly. Celtics with a chance to hold Philly below 100. Philadelphia has been held under 105 the previous 4 straight games in a row. No good. They bricked the 3 off the back room. The Celtics have scored 110 plus now in 9 straight games. Going to make this winning streak up to 9 in a row for Boston. Longest active winning streak in the NBA, plus 3 post All-Star break. Win number 46, they tack on a 116 on the board. 2-point shooting percentage, that's what I'm trying to get right now. That's the key. More 2s, less 3, less Joe Mazzulla ball. Attack, get to the rim. Post All-Star break. Wow. They have really put this team on fire right now. They're 55 to 28 in rebounds. 33 for 37 at the free throw line. The Celtics look unstoppable. This team is looking like an AI machine out there. Jordan Walsh yet to get any minutes tonight in this game. So we're down to 33.8 as the Celtics pick up a foul. Yeah, I would love to see Jordan Walsh get some time out there. Has yet to check in, though. They just cleared out the bench, but they still have Pritchard and Hauser in the game, so they substituted all their starters out. They got O'Shea Brissett and Cornette out there as well. And we're going to have a timeout here taken on the floor. So 33.8 seconds remaining. We're going to have a timeout taken on the floor. It's Jaden Springer, who's getting playing time as well in his first minute. So timeout here. 33 seconds left to go. And wow, just Celtics just got to keep it up. Just got to stay healthy. Everybody's healthy. Got to keep it up and take advantage, because by the time they get into the playoffs, Boston, they've already secured the number 1 seed. They might have this 1 seed secure by March 27th or so for them, honestly. Like, they got legit a month of basketball remaining before they might even be so far ahead that they might have the home court advantage in the East secured by then. Like, that's how far ahead they are. Wow. Cleveland won tonight in a buzzer beater, so it stays the same. 7.5 points games ahead, or 7.5 games ahead the Celtics are above Cleveland. Max Strus won in a half-court buzzer beater. Next stream I plan on being back on Friday night covering Celtics against Mavs. That should be a good game. Dallas coming to Boston, and Dallas has gotten much, much better since they last played them in December. That 2-point total, though. Boston, shooting-wise, has attempted 74 total shots. 39 made shots tonight. 34 of those shots have been 2s. They only made 5 threes, which I believe is a season low. I haven't got the stats up, though. That's 34 out of 52. 66% almost from 2. Oh, yeah. 66% from 2. 56 to 28 in rebounds. And points in the paint was a major factor, plus free throws tonight in this game as Philadelphia makes both of the free throws there back from the timeout. 1-7 Celtics had 1-2 they made. I think they upgraded on a 3 before. 117.99 down to the final 20 seconds. How about this? 34 for 37 tonight on free throws. 92% at the free throw line. Just, I mean, wow. Just 25 straight home wins now for the Boston Celtics. Just lights out. This was a 2-point game. I was getting ready to say the big U, and we were very close to it happening tonight. But this was a 2-point game with 8.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Boston Celtics flipped a 2-point game into an 18-point win. Big time tonight, what they did in the final 8 minutes left to go in this game. They do it once again. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here on the stream for this one. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Above 65% shooting from 2 tonight for the Celtic. And for the Celtics in post All-Star break, what they have done. Less threes, more twos, less Joe Mazzulla ball, plus their defense has been a force. 56-28, they were plus 28 on the glass tonight. 64-42 points in the paint. They were plus 22 points in the paint. They put up 64 points in the paint. You can sense it right before the All-Star break. They had, I think, one of the games that they had like a high total points in the paint. You can sense it that they were going to the 2-point shots more. They only attempted 22 twos this entire game. That's so key because usually you see the Celtics attempt like 40, 45, 50 threes. They attempted 22 twos. I mean, they went straight at Philadelphia the entire game and knew that they weren't with their big man tonight. And they've done this recently. Before the All-Star break, they went straight at Washington and got that win against Washington and a score that went to the 130s. After the All-Star break, they've done it to 3 straight teams in a row. At Chicago, at New York, and now at Philadelphia. They're going right at those teams, attacking, driving, getting to the rim instead of settling for threes. And man, has it worked or what? 117-99 tonight. Another game at shooting the ball, plus 50% from the floor, just under 53%. And the big takeaway here is free throws. I mean, they were lights out, making shot after shot tonight at the free throw line. They went 34 for 37 at 92% at the free throw line tonight. Another great win for the Celtics. Philadelphia played them tough as well. So minus players, back-to-back games between the Knicks and Philly. No Joel Embiid tonight. Philadelphia, got to give credit to them. They hung in. They got a superstar in the making there with Tyrese Maxey. He was sensational. 32 points, but needed a ton of help. 16 by Ricky Council. They got a really good future with him. He had 16 points in 19 minutes, including this unbelievable slam dunk in the final minute that is going to go in the highlight reel. 13 by Tobias Harris. He was the guy that needed to not only be great, but be excellent, and he wasn't. He was not so great tonight. Just 13 points on 5 for 19 shooting by Harris, and then Kelly Oubre had a real off game. He had just 3 points and 1 for 6 shooting. This will be a different game for Philly, much closer if those two guys have been having a good night shooting-wise, efficient-wise, but no, it was just Maxey trying to take his team to a victory today, doing as much as possible. The wheels fell off. With under 8 left to go in the fourth, he finished with 32 on 12 for 24 shooting, 4 for 12 from 3. And 2 guys double-doubles for the Celtics tonight. 29 points, 11 rebounds by Jason Tatum. He finished with 8 assists, 23 points, 12 rebounds by Kristaps Porzingis. Those 2 guys aren't even the top scorer. Jaylen Brown, man, after the All-Star break, he's been tearing it up. 31 points by Brown on another efficient night, 11 for 14 shooting tonight. 31 points and 35 minutes. Derek White led. He had 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, only 6 points tonight. Attempted 6 shots, but key defensively tonight what White did. But wow, just another solid game for the Celtics, closing it out in the final 8 minutes. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks all for joining in tonight, everybody. Real impressive what they've done. Just they're looking like they're playing basketball on another planet. We're going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. We got Jason, Warren, Rajib, I Am Ghost, Russell, John, Mark, Kelly, Oink Oink, Michael, Katie, Bradley, Derek, Sister Surround, Mario, Guido, SG Sports Talk, Ice Ice Baby, Robin, and Melinda. Thanks all for joining in tonight. Be a part on the stream. Next planned stream, I plan on coming back on Friday, covering Celtics versus Mavs, same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, so feel free to join back for that one if you guys would like. Celtics pick up the win on their home floor, 117-99. They improved to a league's best 45 wins, or 46 wins now and 12 losses. They won 9 straight games in a row, the longest active winning streak in the NBA. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in, being a part of the stream tonight, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night here, everybody.